Hello everyone and welcome to PSL Comedy's first ever D&D campaign, The Fellguard. I'm Jordan Tries, your Dungeon Master, and I'm truly excited to get started. This game is going to be streamed every Wednesday right here on PSL Comedy's Twitch channel, so make sure to give us a follow to be notified when we go live. Or if you'd like to help support a little bit more, you can always subscribe using Amazon Prime at no cost to you. The world our players are about to enter is one run by guilds. Massive organizations that help control the progress of civilization either by development of technology or the protection of its citizens. And no guild is larger or more prestigious than the monster hunting guild known as the Fellguard. Our heroes have traveled across the continent to the capital city of Dawnspire to participate in the Recruitment Trials, a deadly challenge designed to test new recruits' courage in the face of danger. Tonight, in our campaign's prologue, you will have a chance to meet our new heroes and watch as they attempt to overcome their first challenge as a team. So sit back, relax, and grab a tankard of your favorite mead, and please enjoy the Felguard. You walk through this dark hallway. Lining the hallway are a bunch of broken and battered looking people. Your group slowly makes its way through. You can hear in the distance the slight roar of a crowd. Every so often you'll hear them cheer up in excitement and then ooh in pain as something horrible has just happened. You all step forward and get onto what looks to be an odd makeshift like elevator type thing. You step on it, the elevator starts moving up. As it approaches, suddenly your eyes are blinded by this light that's peeking out of this grate. It comes to a stop and you all sort of shift for a moment. The orderly grabs a rope off the edge of the elevator and opens it up and lets you all through. Stepping through, you see to your left are a large amount of benches. Sitting on the benches are a couple of people. There's two humans who are just staring straight ahead, breathing really heavily, not looking at anyone. To your left, one of the people in your group looks over and says, "What do you think happened to them?" And the other one, a large orc, looks over and says, "I heard their team didn't show up. They gotta do it alone." As you walk past these two shell-shocked individuals, you approach the main gate. The crowd starts to die down. You hear another roar of applause, and then suddenly the crowd grows a bit silent. You get up to the gate, and you can see, looking through, is a large battlefield, a large coliseum covered in sand and dirt. It seems like the center is covered in blood. And you can see out in the center are a group of individuals who are dragging what looks like remnants of bodies. A man sitting at the front gate wearing leather armor looks at you and says, "All right, good luck. Don't die. It's hard work cleaning the corpses from the field." And then the gate starts to open. You all look to each other. And we are going to now flash back to one day previously.
Saw that coming. I was like, there's... So good.
Prologue? What's that?
I know,
Exposition?
Right?
So this is one day before the events of what's going on at the Colosseum. We're going to start with Pepper. So Pepper, you walk over and you round a corner in the streets of Dawnspire, the capital city in this land. All the rooftops are this nice sort of orange terracotta color, and all the stone is this brilliant white. As you go through the winding streets, you turn another corner and you see sitting in front of you, finally, the Felguard Guild Hall. What's going through your head right now?
Oh boy. I think I do a little like yes motion, really, because I'm like, man, it was hit or miss if I was gonna find this location. No matter how big it is, I think I had to ask for directions like maybe 20 times.
Yeah.
So I'm thrilled with myself right now.
To be honest, it's not hard to miss. It's got a massive banner on top, inlaid with gold and green, that says the Felguard. But you're happy to finally have found it. You take a couple steps towards it, and you can see that there is a line that is sort of spilling out of the front entranceway to it. You pass by a couple more people in the streets who are using carts and just sort of milling about. Can you describe Pepper for me?
I can. So Pepper is a fire genasi. They have kind of like really orangish tan skin. They have like red hair that's like pulled back into like a high ponytail. Their clothing is a nightmare. It's like all like pinks and like mint greens and like colors that don't match. Lots of jewelry that I think is pretty obviously fake, even without inspection. Yeah.
All right.
That's what they look like.
Kind of a traveling thrift store, just moving through.
Exactly. Specifically the Macklemore version.
Gotcha. Very almost on the borderline of gaudy.
I think we've hit gaudy.
We've hit it.
I think we did hit that road. Yeah, a little bit.
Gotcha. So you walk over to the line of people that's sitting out front, and you can see that there's just seems to be some kind of security checkpoint up at the front of the gate. Do you have any weapons on you? Just curiously.
What a great question. I'm looking at my inventory. I do have weapons on me. Okay. I have crossbow and some daggers.
Okay. Do you do anything while you're waiting in line with these weapons, or are you going to keep them where they're at?
What does it seem like everybody else is doing?
It looks like people are checking in weapons whenever they get up to the front.
Okay. I mean, I'll pull out my crossbow.
Okay. So yeah. You pause for a little bit of time before you reach up to the front of this line. It takes maybe about 20 minutes or so. It's not too terribly long. When you get up there, you see a half orc who's sitting up there, who is just looking down. He has a large sheet in front of him, and he goes, "Name."
Hi, my name is Pepperfest. My pronouns are them. I'm from Wintermeyer. Yeah, you know where it is up north. Yeah.
Wintermeyer. Yep, I'm familiar.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
We make the chili up there. I don't know if you've ever had it. It's really good.
Are you carrying any weapons on your person?
Yes.
All right. What are you carrying?
Is this? I hold out the crossbow.
He takes it with a big meaty hand, and it looks like the crossbow is tiny compared to his fist when he grabs it. He puts it on the table. Oh, it looks
so much cooler when you hold it.
He looks at you just sort of incredulously, and then puts the crossbow back behind him. He goes, "One crossbow." And you see him pull a tag and attach it to the crossbow as a half-elf picks it up and brings it back into another room. He goes, "Please do enjoy your stay here at the Felguard."
Okay, I hope you do too. I don't know, you'll probably live here, right? I hope you enjoy living here. I leave.
Next. You walk into the guild hall, and you can see now that this is sort of like when you look inside, it's like a massive room. With marble walls and a marble floor. These large columns sort of lead in a perspective, in a line heading back towards the back of the room, where there are these steps that lead up to a massive statue. This is the statue of Galan Idral, who is a human who is holding a massive halberd, and crumpled at his feet is a massive winged serpent. This is the founder of the Felguard. The space that you're standing in is like a massive room with an open ceiling, a large circle that goes down to a big fountain that you can see. Every so often you'll see some like leaves that come fluttering down. There's birds that are fluttering up in the rooftop of this guild hall. It's a very, very a large space, but this whole area is now completely full of people. Every sort of person is here also. Looking out, you spy an interesting looking character, and at this point, Oliver, can you describe your character for me? You're muted.
Okay. Good thing we got that one out of the way tonight. Oh man, can you give me that one more time?
Yes. Describe your character, please.
So, Oliver is sort of a scrawny looking guy. He's got what would be described as a top knot in some cultures. He's got it's like a man bun, except it's shaved on the sides, around which is wrapped a black headband. He is dressed in it is not fancy, but it is very clean and very well made set of chainmail. It's dwarven make, and he'll tell you that. Upon the shoulder is the symbol of Autumn Hall University. It's a little logo of a hawk screeching out over the letters AU, and he is reading a book entitled Basic Arcane Theory Volume 1, and really intently just devouring this like high school level magic book.
As you sit there reading, you are bumped by a passerby. Go ahead and give me a dexterity saving throw.
Okay.
First roll of the campaign.
Oh, what is my dexterity? It's 0. I know what my dexterity is. Don't be fooling yourself. A nat 20.
Oh my god. Beautiful. You get bumped and are easily able to hold on to this book without even losing your place as you're reading. Pepper, you notice just as this other person walks right past and completely ignores Oliver sitting there.
I run up to Oliver. Wow, that was amazing!
I've had a lot of practice reading in crowded places.
Yeah, do you often read like high school level stuff? Are you in high school?
I hold a degree in single combat from Autumn Hall University. I look back down at my book.
Oh, was tuition expensive? I heard it's expensive.
Yes, tuition was very expensive.
I'm sorry you'll be able to pay it off so soon, though.
Ideally, yes.
It'll be great. What's your name? My name's Pepper.
Close the book. My name is Oliver Shakestaff.
That's a great name. That's a really good stage name.
That's my real name.
So then your parents knew what they were doing.
They'd like to tell you that. And they open my book back up.
It's okay. I don't have parents either. Well, I do. My mom's just never around. I was basically raised by my aunts and uncles. My dad, who knows? Where is he? I wasn't a real question. I was a rhetorical question. I wasn't asking you where my dad is, but if you happen to know who my dad is, that would be great.
No.
I wasn't really asking.
Oh.
Or was I?
Listen, this sort of content is really just, it requires some very intense concentration. I'm trying to master this spell, and it's
What
it's
spell?
really-
I know spells. What spell?
Prestidigitation.
Oh, prestidigitation. That's cute. Everybody has to start somewhere.
Not everyone can be an arcane master right away.
Of course not. I just woke up one day and was an arcane master, but that took years.
Well, that's lovely for you.
I'm sure you can do really cool stuff. Though. What's something you're really good at?
Reading in loud places.
See? That's a skill. I cannot do that because I have no attention span.
I look up at her or them and what is that? And I just point.
Absolutely fucking look.
And I go back to my book.
All right. And on that note, we transition back outside the guild hall, where a white-haired character comes walking up around a corner. Voxy, can you please describe your character for me?
Oh, yes, I can. Voxy is a young, but not that young, beautiful wood elf. She's got long white hair. She has an amulet that her mother gave her that she wears around her neck, and some really bright blue eyes. She's tall like most elves, and she has this like rabid curiosity about her.
Okay. As you round this corner, you can see, standing up in front of you is the guild hall. Have you been here before? Is this a new location for you?
This is a new location for
Okay.
her. She has never been here before.
So
I have never been.
You
here
look up
before.
at the detailing in the line work for the Felguard, this massive banner that hangs over the hall itself. You breathe just a little sigh of relief, and you make your way over towards the line. When you get up into the line, you sort of settle in, just looking at it, just sort of looking out in the space as many people move about in the town square all around you. And you, as you're sitting there, another person comes up behind you and accidentally bumps into your back.
Mm.
And Zeros, can you please describe what your character looks like?
Sure. Average height, basically wearing first like dark red skin, horns, tiefling, almost pretty much all black with like shades of like blue and red throughout. Very much like not hunched over, but kind of like clearly keeping to himself. The black hair that's like very thin, like wispy black hair. I don't think I'd be having my full face covered at this point. Can't think of anything else. I guess that's pretty much it.
Okay. When you get up into line, you suddenly feel a hand on your shoulder and you are pulled back. And you see a human standing in front of you. He's sort of got like sandy blonde hair. It's a little bit long, almost down to where his neck meets his head. And he looks at you and says, "Hi, no cutting. Back of the line."
Sorry.
Give me an insight check.
Insight check.
Yeah.
And looking for 18.
18. This guy's trying to shake you down. He knows that you didn't cut in front of him, but he's trying to sort of prove his sort of dominance over you in this moment.
Okay.
Hey, what did I just say? Back of the line. He gives you a little bit of a shove.
I'm gonna like plant my feet. How about you go to the back of the line?
Give me. Are you trying to switch to the hair? Give me a. Are you trying to intimidate him?
I guess not technically, but also not really. I just kind of like I don't care.
Okay.
I don't care that he's trying. I guess less of intimidation and more of I don't feel threatened by him.
Gotcha. Give me a persuasion check then, and give me it with disadvantage.
What is disadvantage again? Is it
Disadvantage means you
minus-
roll twice and you take the lower result.
Okay, that's right. 2. Sounds like Xeros.
He walks up to you, almost nose to nose, and says, "Oh yeah? What are you gonna do if I don't?"
I mean, I really don't want to get into a fight right now. Can we just wait to do this later, or do you have to do this now? I mean, just
He gives you one large push. Give me a dexterity saving throw.
okay. One.
You tumble backwards into Voxy.
3 technically, but yeah.
Voxy, you give me a dexterity saving throw.
I think I'm
Unmute.
supposed-
When you say saving throw,
Yep.
what does that mean again?
So saving throw is different than a normal skill check. So if you look on your sheet, you should see
I'm
up in
looking
the
at it.
top left corner is saving throws. That means you're just going to roll and add your dexterity modifier. So in this case, you have a +5 to your dexterity. So roll a d20 and add +5.
My character sheet says +3 for dexterity, but
That's your normal skills. I'm looking at the saving throws. Saving throws, you get your proficiency added.
all right, I'm gonna trust you because I just rolled a 14. So
Okay, so that
that
you got
means
a 19,
19,
which is beautiful. You hold yourself pretty sturdy. You don't get knocked over by Xeros knocking into you, but you do turn around and you see this sort of sandy blonde human who has just pushed a. How tall are you, Xeros?
5'10".
Okay, just pushed a someone who's similar height to him. It's not like he's beating up on a little guy, but he pushed him into you. How do you react to that?
what race is Xeros again?
A tiefling.
Tiefling.
Yes. I think I turn around and just look up and down, like, yes. I don't say anything, but like that's what my eyes say. It's like, are you gonna acknowledge that you just did that?
The guy looks over at Xeros and says, "This piece of shit won't get out of line. He cut. He has to get to the back."
I didn't see him cut. I saw you cut.
Do we really need to do this?
Listen, if you're
I'm
going
just
in
gonna, like,
there, that
slow
means
it
that
up.
you think you're one of the best of the best. I'm here to tell you that you ain't shit. And he's going to try to hit you.
Is he talking to me?
No, he's talking to Xeros.
Got it.
Xeros,
Okay.
what's your AC?
My AC is 12.
12. All right. He rolled a natural 13, so with that, he is going to add. Oh, where is my thing? There it is. So he rolled a natural 13, and so he is going to hit you for a total of 3 points of damage. He just gets you right in the center of your face. Your nose crumples underneath the blow, and you are knocked back. You see a small crowd start to gather as people go, "Ooh!" when you get hit. What do you do in reaction?
Try to shake. Well, I'm kind of was standing up probably as he was hitting me because he
Yeah.
knocked me over. So kind of shaking it off, and then I'll pull out a dagger just to kind of
Ooh.
yeah, just to kind of not hold it up, but kind of just look. This is.
give me an intimidation
Are you doing
check.
this? 4. Oh, for those who don't know, I'm terrible at rolling and will always be bad at rolling.
You
so-
see him sort of eye your dagger, and he chuckles a bit before he reaches back behind him, and you see him pull out this almost like a machete. It's much bigger than your dagger, and he knows it. He sort of brandishes it and goes, "Are we doing this?"
I mean, you started it.
He
so...
holds his hands up as if to say, like, "Come on, give me what you got."
All right, what do we do?
The crowd is starting to get riled up at this point. They are nervous.
Can Voxy step in? I feel like she
Yeah, absolutely. What do you do?
in. I think she gets in the middle and says, "Everybody, calm down. This is absolutely unnecessary." And I say that, but I say that to the blonde guy.
Gotcha. Give me a persuasion roll. Persuasion check.
I rolled a 12. What do I have so 13.
Okay. Gotcha. You see him sort of looking at the knife. And he looks down, he looks back at you, and he goes, right. Okay. He puts the knife back behind him and says, we're not done yet, you and me. And you see him get out of line and walk back to the back. And you are now out of combat.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna put my knife away and be like, thanks. I mean, I didn't need help, but thanks.
Didn't really look that way to me, but you're welcome. What was that about?
He clearly was cutting in line and then blaming me for it. I don't know. Something about trying to pretend he's stronger than he is. I was going to call him on it, but it's not really worth it.
Yeah. You look like you could have taken him. She says, looking down, because she's like 6'5". You look like you could have done that. Yeah.
Thanks.
I think she would probably go get in line. Leave and go get in line.
Gotcha. So you all sit in line for about 20 minutes or so before you get up to the front of the gate. The same orc lets you all in as long as you hand over your weapons, which I assume you do.
Yeah.
Great. You make your way into the guild hall, the same guild hall that both Pepper and Oliver are currently in as well. Looking in, you can see the same marble, like picturesque look. There's like small little sections in the center where little trees have been planted, and so they have like bright green leaves that are coming up. There seems to be arcane sconces along the walls that are constantly lit with this soft, glowing yellow light. And you look out, and the crowd is sort of milling about. Everyone's looking a little bit excited, a little bit nervous. You look over to your left, Zeros, and you can see that there is that same sandy blonde man that accosted you earlier. You see him leaning up against a corner, talking to a half orc. They're just looking around, and you see them glance over in your direction before turning back around. As you sit there, you hear a commotion up near the front of the guild hall, back by the statue. And the doors in between the legs open up, and you can see that filing out are all of these people that come out with variety of cloaks that they're all wearing, but they're all wearing the same sort of style of cloak. It's a long cloak that goes almost down to their ankles. That is a half shoulder. They all walk out and they get in a line, and you see three individuals come up and sort of take center stage. And then following up at the rear is an older man, much older, gray hair, a large beard. He's got the same sort of pauldron cloak that he's wearing, but this one is a bright blue. You see him walk up towards the center of this stage, and when he gets up there, everyone cheers and starts applauding him. You see him sort of hold his hands up and sort of stop everybody as they're all, as everyone's like clapping and applauding. And you see this man, when he finishes, he stops, he puts his hands down, and he goes, "Good morning, one and all. I am Marvian Ashford, Guild Master of the Felguard." More cheers, more applause from the crowd. Voxy, give me a perception check.
2.
2. You're pretty enamored by what's going on. It's hard to see from the back of the room, but you can see that the hunters that are up at the front, there are the guild champions who are up there. If you'd like to get a closer look, you certainly can. The man who just gave the name Marvian Ashford quiets down everyone again one more time and says, "And I'd like to welcome each and every one of you to our 78th annual Recruitment Trial." More cheering from the crowd, and quiets everyone again. "Now, before we assign teams, I'd like to speak with you about the realities of the trial. The Recruitment Trial has been a staple of Dawnspire for nearly 80 years, and through our hardships and challenges, we have found some of the strongest and bravest to join our rank. Each and every hunter standing on stage before you has gone through the same ordeal you are about to take on, and they are stronger for it." You see the hunters all sort of do a slight bow to everyone, and the crowd loses their minds at this point. "Now, our trial is difficult and oftentimes fatal. And it saddens me to say that not all of you will make it. Now, you must volunteer in order to participate, for the decision must be yours and yours alone. Those of you who wish to step away now may do so without any judgment from those here. You have until 10:50 a.m. tomorrow morning to withdraw should you decide that your life would be better spent elsewhere. And I will also say, those of you who do fall tomorrow, please know that you will be returned to your families, and a sum of gold that unfortunately won't make the grieving easier, but will help lessen the financial strain put upon them, will be brought with you. But those of you who intend on participating in the trial, if you make it through, your names will be etched in the history books for years to come. And as you take this next step in your journey, please do so knowing the risks, but also knowing that success means that you will be a part of an exclusive group of people dedicated to the protection of nature and the progress of civilization, known as the Felguard." At this point, the crowd all cheers up at the same point. Marvian gives another big bow and says, "Now, our scribes," and he gestures to the right and left of the room, "will assign you randomly to a selected team of whom with you will be participating in the trial. I look forward to seeing all of you perform tomorrow, and I hope that each and every one of you succeeds. Good luck." And you see him sort of take another bow. The crowd cheers again, and he walks back through the room. And now the crowd seems to start to split as you see people moving towards teams. Which side of the room do you guys go to?
Do we all have to go to the same side of the room?
No, you can go whichever side you want.
What are the
Whatever is
differences between
closest to me.
sides?
Okay, closest to you, Zeros, is going to be the right side. Oliver, you're probably more closer to the left side.
I think I'm gonna. I think she's standing in the center, looking between the two, and can't really decide just yet.
Okay, interesting.
Can
Pepper, what about you?
I'm following Oliver.
Gotcha. So you follow Oliver. Boxy, what were you saying?
Oh, I was gonna say, could she? Can I? And this is asking if I can do this. Can I ask you a perception check?
Sure. Yeah. What are you looking for?
I want to size up the people who are on one side versus the other, and see who seems like. I want to be where the people who are serious about this are.
Give me a perception check.
That is an 11.
Okay. So looking out, you can see, I mean, it's the thing is that the crowds are being sort of randomly assigned teams. It doesn't super matter what side of the room you go to. But looking about, you can see that a lot of people on the left side of the room seem to be like these burly, like sort of, I'm here to do this as my whole career for the rest of my life. I've been training my whole life for this kind of thing. And the right side of the room seems to be more people who are less bulky and muscly, but more look like they are more dexterous and maybe squirrely.
I think she's gonna go to that side then.
Okay, so you
So
go to
the
the right
right
side.
side?
Yep.
Yeah, I think she's gonna go to the right.
So Voxy goes to the right, everyone else goes to the left side. As you split off.
You said I'd go to the right.
Oh, excuse me, Zero, so you go to the right side, excuse me. So you all file out to these separate sides. You wait in line for a while, and as you sit there, you finally reach the Scribe. The Scribe on your side, on the right side, is a half-orc woman. You see her holding a large book, and she has a large book in front of her sitting on this table, and you can see her every single time somebody goes up, she opens it up, flips through some pages, finds a name, scribbles something next to it, and then closes it and wait for the next person. Zeros, we're going to go with you first. So you come up to the Scribe. The half-orc woman goes, name.
Zeros Greylock.
Zeros is easy. Flips through the page, goes, Zeros Greylock, you're going to be with Team 101C.
Just nod.
You take that, she also reaches down and you see her grab a small little slip of paper. And she hands it over to you and says, here you go. Meet here tomorrow morning at 11 a.m. If you'd like, you can use this coupon at the smithy down the road. If you'd like to purchase some weapons or armaments, it's a coupon in value up to 10 gold pieces. And you can see on it is the name of the smithy, and it says The Curious Forge.
Okay. I'm not going to say anything. I'm just going to
Okay.
walk away.
Why are you paused? You you walk away, and then we're going to jump over to Oliver. You walk over and you see that your Scribe on the left side is a human male. He has sort of like brownish hair, long pulled back into a ponytail. He sees you walk up and goes, name.
Oliver Shakestaff.
Shakestaff. He flips through his book. Shame staff?
Shake staff.
Shake,
And
excuse me.
I sort of like make a shaking motion with my hand. Like,
Gotcha. Yeah, you're going to be on Team 101C. And don't forget this. He reaches into a bag, holds out a coupon for you, and says, that's worth up to 10 gold pieces with the smithy down the road. Just look at the name, and you'll be good to go. If you have any questions, meet back here at 11 a.m. for the trial. If you want to withdraw, make sure that your withdrawal is put in stone by 10:50, okay?
thank you, sir.
Thank you. Next, we're going to jump back over to Voxy. You are on the left side, yes?
Yes.
All right, so you walk up to the half-orc woman. She does the same thing. Name.
Voxy Rain.
Flips through it. Gives you the same team number, Team 101C. Hands you your coupon.
What can I buy with this?
It's worth up to 10 gold pieces. If you need armaments or weaponry, you can visit that shop there and purchase them. They've got a sponsorship with the guild.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
Yeah, of course. Next. And then we jump back over to Pepper on the left side. Name.
Pepper Feist. What's your name?
Oh, my name is Bravin Nuv.
Robin, it's so nice to meet you. You're doing so good at your job right now.
Thank you. People don't know really. All right, here. You see him reach down and he grabs a coupon and he hands it to you, and then you see him sort of move his thumb slightly. You can see that there's 2 coupons there. He gives you a wink and hands you the coupons.
Oh my gosh, you are so sweet.
And he goes, you have a great day now.
You too.
So you can see that your name has been assigned to 101C.
He doesn't say it out loud.
Oh, he does.
Do I hear it?
Yes, actually. If you're just leaving the area, you hear him say, "All right, you're gonna be with 101C. Meet back here at 11 a.m."
I fucking sprint after Oliver. Oliver, what team are you on? What team are you on?
That's personal information, and I try to hide my little token.
But we're all going to see it tomorrow.
Yes, you're correct.
Oliver, I'm just so sorry. If I have to go against you and I have to kill you in the line of battle, I will really regret it. I really hope you do well, and I really want to join you on the Felguard. I think you're going to do amazing. And you will learn prestidigitation. Maybe, I don't know what order those things will happen, but both will happen.
Thank you. That's very, very kind of you. What did you say your name was earlier?
My name's Pepper. Pepper Feist.
Understood. And I hold up my little 101C card.
I hold up my card. Oh my gosh, Oliver, it's like fate!
I think perhaps we should begin planning our strategy.
Right, of course. Strategy. I'm very good at that, obviously.
You feel a tap on your shoulder, Oliver, and you turn to see a man who has sandy blonde hair, goes down to about here, and he says, "Oh, did you say you were on 101C?"
Yes.
Yeah, same. We're on the same team.
Oh.
Hi!
He looks over.
No, God, for fuck's sake.
He looks over and he calls over the half orc and says, "Look, we're on the same team. Look." And you see this large half orc comes lumbering over and goes, "Good." The man looks over and you see him hold out his hand and says, "I'm Salthier."
Oliver.
Nice to
And
meet
Pepper. If you had to spell your name, how would you spell it?
Salfyr. Salthier.
Thank you.
Your Instagram may have selfies, but mine is selfier.
Woof.
Zeros and Voxy, you overhear the words 101C being called out. And you turn and you see a fire genasi, a human, and or another human and a half orc all chatting, and you instantly recognize one of them.
I'm just gonna roll my eyes and then slowly walk over to the group.
I think she's also gonna just like slowly walk until she's like awkwardly, like obviously trying to be a part of the group, but also not trying to join the circle.
Yeah, I'm just gonna like hold up my card like to show that it's the same thing, but I'm not gonna say anything.
And I think I'd see Zeros and kind of like be like, yeah.
Why are you guys standing there not saying anything?
What do I need to say?
I don't know. Hi, your name, anything at all would be cool. What's your name?
Hi, Xerus.
Xerus. That's a cool name.
Thank you.
I'm Voxy.
Voxy.
Hi. Yes.
Hi, are you guys on a team?
Looks like it.
That's so exciting. This is my
Yeah.
best friend, Oliver, and these are two people that I just met.
You also
you
just met me.
You
Yes,
see,
but I met you first.
Salfir looks over at Zeros and Vox and goes, "Oh, this got interesting. Hi, Salfir. I think we've got off on the wrong foot."
You can say that. I'm not gonna shake his hand.
He goes, "Well,
Does he speak to me at all?
he sort of acknowledges you, but he doesn't.
Okay.
He's not talking directly to you. He's talking very clearly to Zeros. You see him. Why does my music keep cutting out? Let's talk about it. Salfir says, "Look, I know we had a rocky start, but perhaps we can, let bygones be bygones. You pulled a knife, I pulled a bigger knife. We almost had a fight. You know how it is. We're going to be on the same team. We might as well work as a team. Yeah?
Whatever you say.
It would be very unfortuitous for the two of you to be combating with one another while we are attempting to combat the monsters of tomorrow.
Exactly, not fortuitous. I like this one. He's smart.
Yeah. Thank you, whatever your name is.
Oliver.
Oliver.
We should begin training. Now that we've all found each other, we have some...
Salpier is like staring
available.
daggers at Xeros. Sort of like a very cocky, sort of like head cocked to the side, like slightly tilted, like head slightly tilted up, just sort of eyeing him this whole time.
I'm so glad we're all immediately friends.
Are you also... You're standing farther away than the rest of us, but closer than most other people. I'm having trouble trying to figure out how you fit into this equation.
Me?
We're in the same group.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm
No.
on this team. I think 101C.
Very
Is that
good.
Yeah,
great?
we both are.
Yeah.
Now, if you could all just inform me of your your greatest, your strongest traits when it comes to combat, I'll begin planning.
Can I just start walking away? I just want to be like, I'll see everybody in the morning, and then I'm just gonna like start leaving.
We not going to train?
Salpier
Am I supposed to
watches him
stay?
go and then says, well, his loss, you all get one of these? And he holds up a coupon.
Yes.
Yes, one.
Yes.
I don't know about you, but this coupon is burning a hole in my pocket. How about we say we go visit that forge?
Yes.
Okay.
While we walk, we can talk. We can find out each other's strengths, weaknesses, you know.
Greatest fears.
Greatest fears, loved ones, family members, exposition generally. He sort of gives his orc friend Kuruk a push, and you see him sort of lumber his way over. Kuruk has not spoken this entire time, other than one word, which was just hi.
Oh, I want to know his
name?
entire deal immediately.
He's a hard read.
Oh no, Kuruk was one of the avatars. That's why I know that name.
Oh, was it?
Yeah. Maybe. That sounds right.
Sure,
It's not
maybe.
important. It's not important.
So, do you guys follow Salpier out of the guild hall into the streets?
Yes.
I think if everybody else does, I'm like, okay.
Can I ask something real quick?
Yeah, what's up?
Would I'd be aware of this forge and had been there before, probably.
I mean, there's many forges in Dawnspire. It's like
okay.
It's like if you were to go to like, you know, Charlotte and say that you've been to a shop, like there's plenty of different versions of these kind of shops.
Okay.
But go ahead and roll me a history check.
That's what I was gonna. Damn it! What the fuck? 8, but I get. It doesn't. How does the what do you call it work? Like, cause I have a dot next to it, but there's no advantage or no bonus. 'Cause don't I have a proficiency?
Yeah,
Shouldn't I
you should have proficiency in it. It's intelligence, so you should get a +2.
It says +0 on my sheet. Should I make it
Interesting.
+2?
There, I did it for you.
Okay. Does it update automatically, or do I need to refresh?
I updated it for you.
I know, but do I
you might have to refresh. So it's a +2. So what'd you roll? An 8? So you get a 10?
So 10. Yeah.
Gotcha. I mean, you've heard of the Curious Forge, but you haven't been there. You know that they are a sponsor. You see their name all over the place in conjunction with the Felguard. So you are familiar with the space, but you've never actually physically been there.
Okay. I'll plan on going there as well, but not realizing that they're going.
Okay, gotcha. So you make a beeline in that direction. What's going through your head, Xeros, as you walk?
Just kind of thinking about what's brought me to this, I guess, place, and how long it's kind of taken for me to be ready to do what I'm doing. So kind of very essentially focused on the goal at hand and not really worried about, like, I could care less about the guy that was trying to fight me.
Mhm.
If I beat him up, that's cool, but I don't really care. So I guess it's very unimportant. But just kind of, I don't know, just mentally preparing for something that I've been kind of preparing for a very long time.
Gotcha. So you continue your path through Dawn's Spire, seeing the same terracotta rooftops and white walls. Every so often you'll see that there's a lot of these like light posts that are lit with this small little arcane crystal. They all have these large green and yellow banners that read Recruitment Trials. It's almost like this is a massive celebration that happens here in town whenever the Recruitment Trials actually take place. You've lived in Dawnspire for a couple years now. How have you been to any of the other Recruitment Trials?
Yes. I would say I've probably not studied it, but like been very familiar with what I knew what to expect. Like,
Okay.
I'm not walking into this blind.
Gotcha. Are you nervous about it at all? Knowing that this is a trial that is potentially fatal?
I would say nervous in the sense of what I might learn, but not nervous in the sense of my ability, if that makes sense.
Gotcha. Why did you stop? There we go.
Trying to be weirdly cryptic, but
That's fine. So you're a little bit nervous, but you know that you're sort of driven by this this need to get past it. We're gonna switch back over to Pepper, Voxy, Oliver, Salfir, and Kuruk. So you all walk down the streets. Salfir and Kuruk are walking in front of you, and Salfir goes, "So anyway, that's how I defeated the wailing Banshee of the Whispering Wilds. All it took was a little bit of bare knuckle, you know?"
How much
That
do
is
I know
amazing.
about? Do I know anything about the wailing banshee of the Whispering Wilds?
Give me a history check.
Okay. Sorry, I had the wrong page pulled up. My history is a +4. 14.
There's no wailing. You've never heard of a wailing Banshee of the Whispering Wilds.
I don't know that you're telling the truth.
Oh, look, we're almost here. You see him point up at the street corner and says, "If we take a right here and keep on going and take another left, we'll be right there." You see him look back at the group and say, "So, Voxy, what's your whole deal?" Muted.
I'm an elf.
Noted.
Oh, you want more? I came from Glen Harbor.
He looks over at Kurok and sort of gives him a slap on the arm. Goes, "Glint Harbor." Okay.
You know it?
Yeah. You don't look like you come from Glint Harbor.
I don't know what you mean.
You're not covered in shit.
Sorry, who are you again?
Salvia?
And you're from...
Here in Dawnspire?
Got it. A local. Okay.
Yes.
That tracks. I think she just like keeps walking, but like walks past him.
He watches you with like a sort of like a I want to see where this goes kind of attention. Golruk, nothing behind the eyes, completely just staring straight ahead, wandering with him. Oliver, Pepper, you just watched this go down. What's going through your heads right now?
Oh no. This group is made up of people that are either entirely too unkind or entirely too kind. I am the only one.
Which one
here
does
capable
Foxy
of
fall
anything.
under?
I think Voxy's like the only person besides Oliver that Oliver thinks is capable of anything.
God. I'm going to run after Voxy.
Okay. Do you push past Salfir and Kuruk?
Oh no, I
Okay.
skipped past them.
Gotcha. You skip past them. Oh, so jaunty.
Yeah. No, I have picked up on the animosity here, and I'm going to aggressively ignore it.
Love it. So you catch up to Voxy.
Hi, sorry, that guy's an asshole.
Yeah, he is.
I'm sure where you come from is great.
No, he's kind of right. It is pretty shitty.
But you came out of it, so it has to be great. It
Yeah.
did one good thing.
That's really nice of you. Thank you.
Yeah. So, what is like your thing? What do you do?
Well, I don't really know yet. You know, I started
Yeah.
training like with a bow, and you know, and I like gesture to my two swords. I'm like, I don't really know what the hell I'm doing with these. I don't know what they're for, but
That's fair.
you know.
I also would not know what to do with a sword.
Yeah, so I'm here to try and figure it out, I think.
That's great. I think we're all figuring it out a little bit. Unless you're lying, like some people. I look at Salfir.
Salfir does like a.
I just extremely brightly like, yeah, no, he sucks.
You see him whisper something to Kuruk, who does not react.
So what about you? What is you're very yeah,
There are so many adjectives you could say, and you picked none of them.
I couldn't
It's because
decide.
there's too many to use. I understand. People
Yeah.
tell me I'm too much a lot, and that's because there's so many good things to say about me, so they can't pick just one.
That-
I do
exactly
magic.
what I was thinking. You do magic. Oh, that's really cool.
So,
Yeah, what kind of magic?
like this, and I do a little flame. and
There's
my
a
hand-
little mote of flame that erupts in their palm.
Staring
that's-
jealously.
That's really cool.
It's like that, and then I start doing like the little like thing where I just flick it back and forth, and I'm just playing with it like a cat, basically.
You do that little thing that a lot of poker players do, where they run it through their fingers
Yeah.
and then flip it up and catch it.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
Give me a performance check. Let's see how cool this is.
Okay. A 14.
Okay, it's pretty impressive. As you flip it around inside your palms, it almost becomes a bright orange blur before you catch it on your tip of your finger and put it out.
That was okay. Yeah, that's really cool. That was really cool.
Oh, thank you. That's so
Yeah.
nice of you to say. I can't wait to see you with your bow and your swords.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
It's to build more confidence in yourself.
You're right. You're right. Yeah. No, I can do this.
Yes, you
I can do this. I can do
Yes.
this.
Good
Yeah.
self-talk. Yes.
Thank you. Yeah. No, my trainer back home, you know, taught me a few things, but I feel really, I don't know. I feel like I'm underprepared, but at the same time, I also feel like everybody here is so not what I was expecting.
That's fair. Everybody here is, I don't know. Everybody
So
here is
like a-
interesting.
Is this like a bad draft year or something?
Maybe. It kind of feels like that. Except for
Yeah.
Oliver, he's so smart and great, and he's going to do amazing.
Yeah. How long have you two known each other?
Oh, I met him like 20 minutes ago, probably.
Got it. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
That's
But I knew when I
wonderful.
first saw him reading that book and trying to ignore me. I knew
When-
there was something
when
about
you know,
him.
you know. Yeah.
I'm gonna just walk while reading to avoid this situation. Just pull that like basic concepts of magic book back out and just like walking while like reading while walking so I don't have to talk to anybody.
Keep going, Oliver. You'll get this one day.
You hear a whistle behind all of you, and you turn back to look and see Salfir and Korok standing in front of a doorway, and he says, "It's this one." And you look up and you see the sign above him says, "The Curious Forge."
There's a fucking monkey inside of this shop. I will be so happy.
Can you tell me the shopkeep has a yellow hat, please?
I'm not going to tell you anything because we're jumping over to
Yeah.
Zeros now. So Zeros,
Hate telling you shit.
about 10 minutes earlier, you walked into the Curious Forge.
Okay.
As you step inside, sorry. Give me 1 second here. As you step inside, you see this is a massive store. There's a ton of like shelves and all sorts of cabinets and stacks of items. There's raiments all across the wall, armaments, weaponry, leather, all sorts of things. Anything that you could really want to find inside a smith, a blacksmith. You hear a off in the back of the room before you hear, "Damn it!" And you hear the door chime above you as you close it behind you, and you see two eyes pop over a shelf at the very far end of the room. And you hear a voice go, "Be right with you!" What do you do?
Is there anyone else in the shop that's also?
No, it looks like you're
buying
one of the
things?
first people to get here. You took off pretty quick.
True. I'll just approach the counter and kind of look around and scan what he has set, what he's selling, and
Gotcha. Pretty much any kind of weapon or armor that you would want to purchase, you could get here. Your coupon allows you to exchange it for an additional 10 gold pieces, plus whatever you have on your person should you want to purchase new weapons. What are you looking for? You see, there's all sorts of like martial weapons like battle axes, swords, halberds, morning stars, tridents.
Out of character question, real
Yeah.
fast. Are we going to be allowed to bring in our current weapons into the thing in the morning, and is this just?
This is sort of like a way for the Felguard to offer a chance to give people who aren't necessarily equipped to take on the trial a chance to better ready themselves. So it's sort of a
Gotcha.
gesture of good faith of like, oh, we'll give you the means to purchase, if you'd like, a new weapon so you can go in there and use it.
Okay, but our current.
Your current
Like,
weapons are
armaments are gonna
absolutely
be
allowed. Yeah.
Cool.
You could also use it to purchase adventuring gear or things like that if you'd like.
Because to be honest, I have no idea what I would need.
Okay.
Again, out of character.
So
I have one idea, but
yeah, what's your
that's
idea?
Not to exchange it for the 10 gold.
So I don't think that's gonna fly. You can't just walk into a place with a
Yeah,
coupon
I
and be
know.
like, "Let's swap this, please, for cash."
I have-
Cold hard cash.
Can I please get cash for this? No.
So go ahead and give me a perception check while you're right here.
Okay. 17.
Okay. So looking through, you see a bunch of interesting things that sort of catch your mind. You see some new armor that is available. It looks like there's some studded leather armor that's out and about here. You see a very interesting item. It looks to be a rope with a long piece of iron that's been attached to it that curls back, essentially a grappling hook. But you can see that it's affixed with a nice little chain at the end. You see a long ornate sword that is very, very thin and flexible, with a inlaid ruby on the hilt. And a voice calls out and says, yes, sorry. I'm available and I'm here to help. How can I help you, my good man? And you see, just hear like the footsteps of like, and then coming around the shelf, not visible to you at the time, but rounding the corner is a gnome. A small gnome who, yes, indeed, is wearing a large yellow hat. He rounds the corner, and he says, "Yaros Greenbloom, at your service."
I got this coupon for doing the Fellguard trial.
Felguard, wonderful. I wondered when I would see you coming through. Yes, so you've got the coupon.
First one?
First one today.
Oh, okay. Well, let me get, what's the price on that studded leather armor?
Oh. Studded leather armor. Let's see. You see him look at it, and he looks at you, looks at it, and says, "That one will set you back 30 gold pieces."
Okay.
Are you looking to be protected, my man?
I'm sorry, what?
Are you looking for
I didn't hear you.
protection? Are you looking for hold, give me your hands. He takes them, and you see him like look at your palm and look at your fingers and says, "Hold on. Okay. Ah. Nimble fingers.
Ooh.
Some calluses right on the palm. Interesting." You see him reach down, and he gives your calf a smack and goes, "Tight?"
I'm just gonna be like frozen, but not uncomfortable, but just very confused.
He looks up and he says, "You're not how do I put it? You're not a strong one, but you're quick. Nigh untouchable on the field."
Yes.
Yes.
That is correct. Yes.
So a fast fighter needs a fast weapon. Might I offer you? And you see him take his hand and gesture over at this rapier that's sitting in front of you, that long, thin blade. Says, "This one right here will be perfect for you. And I can give it to you for the low price of 25 gold pieces."
What's the out of character? What's the stat, like the rapier compare? I have short swords.
Mm-hmm. So a rapier is it's a D8, and it's a finesse weapon. So you're able to use both your dexterity and your strength to wield it.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah.
Okay. You know, I think you got yourself a deal.
Wonderful. Let me get it taken out and put aside. Would you like a scabbard for it? You have one.
Does that come with the price?
It comes with it if you want.
Yeah, then, as long
Scabbard
as I'm not
it
being
is!
charged extra. Yes.
He scampers off and grabs disappears behind the counter, and you see him come back with a long, thin scabbard for the blade. You see him take it off the shelf and put it away, and you see him, and he sits up on a stool right behind the desk and puts the rapier across. He's like, "So, anything else? Any adventuring gear? Anything of the sort?"
I mean, do you have any suggestions, I guess?
We have many options. If you're looking for perhaps a torch or some kind of like a healer's kit, possibly a water skin, any sort of supplies. We do also offer, I have some spell scrolls, but not many. It's not my forte, but I figured, I mean, it's the Felguard. Might as well provide a little bit more extra, not just armaments.
How much is the healing kit?
The healing kit, that's going to set you back. Let me see here. Healer's kit is going to be 3 gold pieces.
How much do I have left? I don't have my gold pulled up. I'm trying to figure out where.
Let's see. So if you go to inventory and look up at the top left, or excuse me, top right, you'll see a little symbol. And if you click on that, that's your gold.
Okay.
Currently at 29 gold pieces. If you subtract the 25, you would have 4 gold pieces.
Well, I had the plus the 10.
Oh yeah, so it's only going to be 15 gold pieces for you.
Yeah, I'll take a healer's kit.
Wonderful. You see him open up, like, it almost looks like you know when you see a counter that has a bunch of like candy options that you're supposed to buy when you get to the checkout. He lifts it up, open a small little glass jar and fishes out a little small thing that's rolled up in a piece of leather. And he puts it on top of the rapier and says, okay, anything else?
That'll be all. I'll hand him the coupon and the gold.
Thank you. So your final total comes out to, at the coupon in there, 19 gold pieces. Oh, excuse me, 18 gold pieces.
Yeah, because it was 15 plus 3. I hand it over.
All right. So
Are you going to subtract gold, or do you want me to?
You can do it, but I went ahead and did it for you since I already had it open.
Okay. And do you want me to add the equipment as well?
Yes, if you could.
Okay.
He says, wonderful. Well, if you need anything else, just give Yaros a shout. I'll be setting up shop for the others who come in. And you see him scamper away into the rest of the shop, and you see him as he's just humming to himself, packing up some more supplies. You see him grab a huge handful of daggers before running over to another section.
I'm just gonna kind of pick up the rapier, kind of scan it, look it over a bit as I'm like turning towards.
It feels really good in your hands. This the handle is like almost form fitted to your palm.
Ooh. Yeah, so kind of scanning it and then putting it back in the scabbard, and then I'm gonna kind of turn towards the exit.
Okay. Are you planning on leaving?
Yes.
Okay, where are you heading after this?
How far away am I from where I live?
Probably a decent walk, maybe about 30 minutes within Dawnspire of walking along the streets. It's a large city, so it's a multi-tiered city. At this point, where the Colosseum is, or excuse me, not the Colosseum, where the Guild Hall is on the 3rd tier. You live on the 2nd tier.
Okay. Because I imagine that's where I'm just going to be sleeping before tomorrow, so I'll probably just head there. I don't think there's any, unless something happens to cause me to not go home.
It's your decision.
But I don't think I would want to do anything else besides just go home and rest for the next day.
Gotcha. All right, so you start to head towards the exit before you see a familiar face just outside of it. And you hear a voice that says, "It's this one." And you see Salfir open the door and hold it open as the others walk in.
Question.
Yeah.
Can I trip him as he's walking in?
You could certainly try. Give me a sleight of hand check.
Damn it, what the fuck? 7.
Demonetized.
You see him, we're not getting money for these. You see him walk over and he steps cleanly over your foot. But you see him, as he walks back, he looks over your shoulder and winks at you.
gonna heavy sigh.
So the others, you walk into the shop to see Zeros in there.
Zeros, there you are.
Here I am.
It's so good to see you. How have you been in these past 10 minutes?
I bought this. I'm just holding the sword.
Oh my gosh. Look at it. That's so cool.
Yeah, I figured use it tomorrow, I guess.
I hope so. That would be a really good idea.
Yeah, I thought so.
You're so
Cool.
smart.
I'm going to brush past the lot of them and walk up to the counter.
Okay.
Good evening.
Hello, my
I
good
have
man.
I have a coupon for up to 10 gold purchase.
Yes, you do. All right, 10 gold on the coupon. And what are you looking to purchase here?
Very good. I will take 1 hunting trap, 2 bags of caltrops, 2 bags of ball bearings, and 1 spear, please.
Hunting trap. Let me look at this. All right, so hunting trap is going to be. Let me see here.
I think I did my math right.
Yeah, what you got?
A hunting trap is 5.
5 gold pieces. Yep.
The caltrops and ball bearings are both one gold per bag.
Okay. So we'll do. So that's 7.
So that makes. If I'm getting 2 bags each.
Okay, so 9.
And then my final one will be on a new spear, which is 1 gold.
A new spear. Yep. All right. So 10 gold pieces, and so that's the coupons. He hands you your gear and takes the coupon from you, and you see him put it down into a register. And says, "Yes."
Oh, I don't want this spear. I want that spear, and I point to a different one.
Oh, I see.
This one has some small irregularities in the shaft. That one seems to be of the highest quality make. I'll take that one.
Well, that one's going to be a bit more expensive than this one. That one's going to set you back 2 gold pieces.
I lay a gold on the counter.
Wonderful. He takes it, bites it, puts it in a pocket, grabs the spear off of the shelf, and you see him carefully lay it down. He opens up the leather on top, and you can see this like really nicely ingrained metal up on where the blade is as it meets down with the shaft of the spear itself. He says, "This is a wonderful weapon, and you plan on using it."
Yes. Why would I not? Why would I buy it if I didn't plan on using it?
I didn't know
Never
if it
mind.
was a gift
Probably
or not, but are you participating in the recruitment trial tomorrow? That's why you have the coupon, yes?
Yes.
He gets up on the counter and looks you dead in the eye.
Oh, you're very close to me.
Looks down. You're strong. Why a spear? Don't you want something a little bit more impressive? Perhaps a great axe? Or maybe a halberd?
Oh, no. The spear is by far the superior weapon. It is more versatile.
It has the reach, yes.
Close range and long range. It also leaves your hand free to better protect yourself and your compatriots using a shield. And the great axe and the halberd, they require too much in the way of needing to keep balance for oneself. And I'm not afraid that that's something that aligns with my personal philosophy on combat. I'll take the spear, thank you.
Well, you seem well versed in the ways of weaponry and also have a good eye for craftsmanship. Spear's yours.
Thank you. Goodbye.
Next, you see Salfir and Kurok walk up to him and they begin talking. Voxy and Pepper, what are you two doing?
I think I'm watching the whole thing and just kind of like taking everything in, but I'm also very overwhelmed by all of the stuff.
Okay.
I am darting around looking at anything that looks cool.
There's so many cool things in this. All the really expensive weapons are up on the walls, mounted.
I don't think I necessarily care about weapons.
Okay. What are you looking
unless
at?
they're like particularly like shiny or impressive.
I mean, there's a bunch of shiny stuff, but what are you looking for in particular?
I think he mentioned that he has a few spell scrolls that I think will go.
He does. So you walk over and you see a large glass case. You open it up and you can see a bunch of scrolls that are laid out in front of you. Each one has a small little insignia on it with a little emblem. You're just sort of rifling through them and looking through. Voxy, so you are looking up on the, just sort of taking in the whole space. You see the shopkeeper jump down and run over, and you see him come back with a large spear-like weapon that has a massive blade on the end. And he hands it over and says, well, there you go. And you see Salfir put a large bag of change on the counter. And he takes it and mounts the thing on his back before turning around, and you see Kurok is also holding a large axe in his hands now.
Do they say anything to me?
No, they're not like paying attention to you. They just sort of have gotten their materials.
Where am I in relation to Voxy?
Where do you want to be?
I'm still kind of standing because I feel like I was kind of standing by the door.
I would assume that you both are closer to the door, seeing as Voxy sort of stepped in and sort of took in the whole space.
I just want to say under my breath, but kind of to Voxy. He loves getting the bigger weapons, doesn't he?
Sounds like compensation to me. Yes. So I think Voxy is gonna. So she looks at Xerath and is like, "What did you get?"
The shopkeeper suggested I get this rapier, and then I also got a healing pack as well.
Okay.
He was very knowledgeable. You could actually ask him, and he scanned my hands. It was a little weird, but I dealt with it.
He scanned your hands?
He just touched my palms. I don't know. He's nice.
That's nice. Okay. I'll go have him look at my palms. Is the shopkeeper busy? Is the shopkeeper busy right now?
He just finished up with Salfir and Kurok.
Okay, so I think I would look up and our eyes would meet at the same time, and he'd know that's the retail. Oh yes, you need me.
Yeah,
so,
he scampers up, sits down at the desk and says, "Everyone's coming at once. Well, what can I get you?"
That guy said you should look at my hands.
Oh, you're unsure, are you?
Yes.
Right. Well, hand them over.
And
he takes them, and you see him just sort of look at them briefly. You see him take a look at your fingers and your palm and say, "Okay, interesting. Calluses on the second knuckle of the first three fingers of the right hand. A little bit of calluses on the left hand. A bow user.
Yeah.
You a hunter?
I am.
Interesting. Do you hunt for game or do you hunt for sport?
Game.
Are you looking down for something to take down a beast?
Ideally, yes.
Right, let's see what we've got for you. Looking at you, you seem like you're not the crossbow type.
No, not really.
He looks over, and you see him reach over and grab a very, very intricate and beautiful sort of cherry wood bow. He grabs it off the rack and lays it down. You see him wrap his leg around it before bending it down and looping the rope over top of it and pulling it ever so slightly. He doesn't draw all the way, but he just sort of tests the strength of the bow and then lays it down on the counter. Have you ever fired a longbow?
No.
Much more impact, much more draw power. But it takes a bit to shoot. It can shoot very, very far. Now, if you're hunting large game, that's going to be the weapon to use.
I think she picks it up and is looking at it. And I think she'd want to try it. So
you pull and it's very hard. Give me a strength check.
12.
Okay. You pull before bringing it back in. It pulls back. It is a strong bow. This makes your bow feel like a toy.
Yeah. Oh. Ugh, does that ever get easier?
Well, as you use it more and more, your muscles get more tuned to the weapon, of course. Gets easier every time.
Okay. Can she try it again?
Sure,
A second time?
Give me a strength check. This time with advantage.
Oh, wait. Okay. And then how do I know my advantage again?
Advantage is you roll twice and take the higher result.
18.
Easy. Pull it back and pull it back in. This time it felt almost like nothing.
Wow, that.
What did I tell you?
Okay.
dream.
One of these, please.
All right. That one's going to set you back 38 gold pieces.
Oh shit. Okay. Sorry, never mind. I don't have that. Because I have 14 and then a $10 coupon or 10 gold coupon.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Do I ever hear this?
You do.
I'm gonna come up behind Boxy and put one of my coupons down. Here you go.
Wait, you don't have to do that. That's very sweet.
I pull out another one. I'll get that one.
Thank you.
Yeah. It's cool. But you owe me, and I will remember, and I will ask you to repay this debt one day. Don't think I won't.
Absolutely.
I'm just kidding. Don't worry about it.
Oh, thank you.
But I will remember this. Just kidding. See you later. I run back to the spell scrolls.
And then I slide all the coupons and all of the gold, and I just
So how much gold do you have?
I think
14?
I had 14.
Okay.
And then I just slide it, and I'm like, this is all I have.
If that's all you have, that's all you have. He takes it and he puts it into he grabs it and puts it down into the register, and you see him push the bow towards you. There you go.
Thank you. Can I trade mine in for this one too?
Please.
Can I?
No. I insist.
Thank you. And she takes it, and she just is staring at it, and she walks away.
Pepper, back over by the spell scrolls. Any of them catching your eye?
I'm looking for cantrips here.
Oh, there's a bunch of cantrips.
Oh, hell yeah, dude. Is there prestidigitation up in here?
Let me check.
Okay.
There is a single spell scroll of prestidigitation.
Oh, you know I'm fucking grabbing the prestidigitation.
you grab it. You see on the little ink insignia on it, sort of one of those ink press things. It's got a hand with a couple sparks coming off of it. You grab that. Are there any others that are catching your eye? Are you looking for a specific type of cantrip?
Is minor illusion on here?
Let me check. Fortunately, you don't see minor illusion. Sort of looking through it, you can see that you see acid splash, you see guidance, and you see thorn whip, and then you do see one that's off in the off to the side that is labeled cure wounds.
I don't think I can learn any of those, right? Because those are not on the warlock spell list.
No, I don't believe so. These are spell scrolls, so it's sort of a one-use kind of deal.
Okay. Yeah, I don't think I could use this anyway. So I'm just gonna grab the prestidigitation.
Okay, you grab it. Walk over to the gnome, who looks at you and says, "Oh,
hi,
a user of the arcane arts, I can see."
Yes. How did you know? I'm holding a spell scroll.
It's the spell scroll, but also your hands. They look positively spotless.
Thank you. What's your name?
What? My name? Well, I am Yaros Greenbloom, at your service.
it's so
owner and
nice to meet
proprietor
you.
of the Curious Forge.
Oh, it's amazing. And your hat. Oh my goodness, so impressive.
Thank you. It was a gift from my father.
Oh, that's so nice.
Yeah, he's a haberdasher.
Oh, that's so sweet.
Thank you. So, just the one?
Yeah, I think just that.
All right. Didn't want to get anything else? No weapons, no armor? You're just sticking...
Oh, I don't want to use the weapon. My hands are my weapons. I mean, look at me. I'm just kidding. It's the magic. It's not tough. If I punch you, you would feel nothing. But, you know.
You look like very capable person. So, let's see. With
Thank
the
you.
spell
No one's
scroll...
ever said that before.
Well, they should say it more often.
Thank you.
With the spell scroll, that's going to be a total of 7 gold pieces.
Okay. I saw you doing therapy on everyone else where you were like, oh, this is what your soul needs and stuff
Yeah.
like that. And I was wondering if you have like anything like that for me.
Well, let's take a gander, shall we? Hands, please. You hand him over. You place them sort of palm up on his palms.
Mm-hmm.
And you see him, like, grab onto them and look down. And as he looks, you see his eyes sort of get wider. Oh. You've got a strength in you. But there's also darkness. Like clouds blotting out the sun. Growing and increasing every day. Your strength is going to be, difficult to match. And you will be the one to decide which way it wanes. Into the light or into the dark.
I have dark visions. That's fine.
Okay, anything else?
No, that's it.
Okay. You see him take... He takes the scroll, and you see him hand it over to you, and he takes the coupon from you, and then says, "If you need anything else, let me know."
No, I don't think so. I hope you have a very nice day and you forget everything you just said to me. Bye! And I leave.
I've already forgotten. You see a couple more people start to come in. At this point, the shop starts to get crowded. You step out into the busy streets of the city, and Salfier is waiting outside with his new glaive that he is brandishing and like swinging in the streets. He looks over at all of you, and says, "Well, at least we found our new weapons. What did everyone get?"
Oliver, I got something for you.
What?
I got something for you.
Why?
Because I know one thing about you. And I hand over the prestidigitation spell scroll. It's because you said that you wanted to learn it, and I thought maybe if you do it once, you'll like get the feel of it, and then you'll be able to do it again.
I'll be right back. And I'm gonna go back into the shop,
Okay.
and I'm buying.
It's a crowd. There's a crowd of people now.
I guess I'll wait in line.
It looks like no one has gone up to the front yet, so you could probably make your way up there. But the gnome is flitting back and forth between people. What do you look for?
I'd like to buy a healer's kit.
A healer's kit, huh? Okay, let's see here. Healer's kit, that's going to set you back. Let me pull up the thing on the thing and see if I can find it exactly where it was. I did have it, and then I lost it. Healer's kit, 3 gold.
And then I grab my gold and I put it on the table.
1, 2, 3. Thank you. There you go. Yes, put that down. And he see him scamper away and grab onto a guy who is like brandishing an axe before he falls backwards with it.
I'm gonna take said healer's kit outside.
Okay.
And show it to Pepper and like hold it up and say, you don't wear a lot of armor, and I am strong in combat, and I think it will be my responsibility to save you should you die.
Oliver, that's so sweet of you to think about me.
will save this for if that happens.
I hope you don't feel pressured because I gave you a gift that you feel like you have to save my life now. It would be really cool in combat if you decided to save my life, should that be the case, but you don't have to feel pressured to do so.
I do, but okay.
Okay.
I'm gonna
Remember,
go to the
make that
library.
prestidigitation count.
Yeah, I'm gonna yes. I'm gonna go to the library now. Goodbye.
Before
everyone.
you go, where's everyone staying tonight?
And the youth hostel.
Oh, really?
I was gonna stay wherever everyone else was staying.
Listen,
Or
my father owns a tavern, an inn, on the third floor, on the third tier. If you wanted, it's the Golden Truffle. Have you heard of it?
Have we?
Have I heard of it?
Roll a history check.
no, I definitely have not.
Is this just people that live
10.
here?
10 from Zeros.
Yes.
You've heard of it. It's a swanky sort of inn, but nothing. You've never personally been there. You've heard that it's sort of like ostentatious.
Okay.
He says, "My
Should
father."
we have heard of it?
Yes, it's only the best in this side of this tier. Listen, my father owns it. If you're looking for, we're on the same team. We're all on the same side. As my way of an apology, how about I see if I can get you either a reduced rate or perhaps even a free night just before the recruitment trial. Rest up, relax.
That would
Then-
be extremely nice of you.
And who am I but not
you.
extremely nice?
That is definitely the vibe I get from you.
Thank you.
I'm just gonna eye Voxy.
Yeah, I'm like,
Look, it's an
I don't know
apology,
about
okay?
this.
I'm saying I'm sorry for what I did earlier. Look, if we're gonna go into that fight tomorrow, we're gonna all need to be at our best, right? Don't sleep in a youth hostel. Don't sleep in a tree or wherever you're gonna go. Let's sleep in beds and relax and have ale and listen to good music. My treat.
Why
Lead
did
the
you
way.
think she would sleep in a tree?
I don't look at her.
I was gonna sleep in the tree.
Hey,
I don't have any.
she looks a
gold.
lot better than you. I don't want to hear that.
Let's
Didn't
not
you
get
just say
crazy.
that she's not covered in shit?
It's the cloak of it all, the ranger of it. Regardless. Golden Truffle? Huh?
Question, why is it called the Golden Truffle?
It just is. I don't know. My dad named it.
Okay, well, you made a big deal out of it being like a big family thing, and I just wanted to know if there was any importance to the name, or you just picked it because it kind of sounds cool.
No.
Both are good options.
It does sound cool, but my dad also bought it like 4 years ago, and he's been sort of running it as a pet project for a while.
Oh, I see. What's the like main project if running it in is like the side gig?
He's a merchant.
Oh, see, I'm learning so much about you.
What kind of merchant?
He, Hold on one second. I have it written down.
Oh.
I was trying to remember.
I was
the
like, oh, we're being sketchy.
Oh, he's a glass maker. He works with the Silversons, the bottling company.
I don't, but all right.
Well, now you know.
Oh, thank you.
So, Golden Truffle, how about we all meet there at sundown? How's that sound?
What time of day is it right now?
It's probably about, you probably have a couple more hours till sundown.
Okay. All right. We'll see you there.
Okay, lovely.
I'm not not speaking to this man, but I'm just agreeing without
All right.
zero auditory response.
He nudges Kulrock and says, "All right, come on, Kulrock." Who goes and just sort of follows after him.
Hi, selfie by Korak.
Well,
Korak, I will think of a nickname for you. It's just hard to get a bit on your personality right now. Don't feel left out.
Karak lumbers away, leaving the four of you alone.
I'm going to go research mixed unit tactics for tomorrow. I will be in the library if anyone wants to discuss strategy. Goodbye. Start walking.
Bye, Oliver. Have fun in the library.
So you head
I'm
out.
surprised you're not going to follow him.
Oh no, I think he's tired of me. I can tell when people are tired of me.
Oh,
But I have won him over. He's like, sorry, he wants to save my life now, which I think earlier today, I do not think that was the case.
that's probably correct.
Somebody took insight.
You know, as
No,
much as I hate to admit it, he's right about needing a strategy.
it's true.
Should we follow him to the library?
Yeah, maybe
How
we
far,
talk
how far
strategy.
away is he? How far away is he at this point?
I mean, he's down the street. You can still see him. He's getting ready to round a
Okay.
corner, though.
Oh, do I need to go stop him? I'm really good at stopping people. One,
I mean-
2, 3. Okay, Oliver, wait! I run after him. Oliver, wait! We were thinking maybe we all go talk strategy. So we work as a team, yes? So we
And I'm
form
like,
a team strategy for working as a team unit. Does that not seem very smart?
I like run up. I'm like finishing, like trying to catch up. And I'm like, is that okay with you, Oliver?
What are your credentials?
I don't.
I'm
a ranger. I'm training to be a ranger.
Do you have any experience in single combat tactics?
No,
She can use a bow,
I am learning to use the bow.
and she has 2 swords.
This is good. You all can come along.
Thank you so much, Oliver.
I'm just gonna follow behind with my arms crossed, just
So
a little
moody.
slower than everybody else.
All right, Xeris, we've all opened up. Now it's your turn. What's your deal?
They are not giving up.
My deal?
Yeah, like what do you do? What are your hobbies? What are your goals in life? I don't know. I was really just asking, like, what do you plan on doing in the combat tomorrow? But
I mean, I want to be in the Fellguard. That's pretty clear, I would think.
great. And what do you plan on doing to do that? You're gonna use your cool swords, yeah?
Yeah, I have swords. I have daggers. I'm
Daggers, amazing.
pretty fast, I guess.
Ooh, okay. I'm building a mental image of Xeris on the battlefield, running around, stabbing people.
Yeah, if that works, I guess.
It totally works. I don't know.
Mm.
I've never really. I mean, I'm sure it would work. It'll be great.
Well,
I don't know. I've
how
never
many
really
real
seen
battles
anyone-
have you been in?
None.
Oh. Okay.
But I can do really cool magic that will make things explode. So I don't think you need to really worry about me.
Whatever you say.
I motion like I'm gonna start doing a spell at you.
Like, no. I believe
I'll
you.
do it.
I believe you.
The very tips of their fingers, just a little
Yeah.
light of fire just sort of flickers for a second.
But you'll see. If we were not in public.
So was there something specific that we wanted to do at the library, or do we want to fast forward to the inn?
I just wanted to get a sense of what to expect tomorrow.
Yeah, okay. So, I mean, there's a bunch of literature about the Felguard, and flipping through, you're able to find a small thing talking about the recruitment trials. Basically, what they do is when the recruitment trials happen, it's basically a big event, almost like a gladiatorial battle. They take these teams and they pit them against monsters in the Colosseum, in the field of battle. The idea is that they are forced to work as a team to fight against these creatures. If they win, they survive and defeat all the monsters. It's pretty clear cut, pretty straightforward. The idea is making it as sort of non-confusing as possible for the recruits. The idea is just see if they can handle themselves in combat.
Okay.
Can I share, and it can depend on how much information
Yeah.
I actually have of the previous things I've seen. 'Cause if
Yeah,
I've
sure,
studied-
absolutely.
I don't know what all that is.
The last one, the last one you saw, you were there for a good part of the day. It always starts at 11 a.m. and it runs through most of the day itself. Sorry, give me 1 second here. It runs through most of the day, and the teams that you were able to see while you were there fought against many different things. There was a couple that fought against a massive scorpion that seemed to have a large collar on it that was brought in from East Gulch. There was a large sort of insectoid creature that had large pincers for arms that let out this horrific screech that was brought in from the maw that another team fought. That team did not fare well against that. There's some where there's packs of animals. So there's some where it's like they had a couple dire wolves that were brought in for combat. A lot of these are lower level monsters that are brought in. They're purely to test the candidate's skills. But also, I mean, it's a match to the death. So, you know, if you don't handle yourself, you will die.
Okay. So I've seen this before. How many of you have experienced fighting a monster or seeing monsters of any type?
I've never fought a monster. But I have seen some. And I've seen other people fight them, but I've never fought one myself.
Oliver, how about you? Oliver.
Oh, sorry. I have studied extensively the techniques needed to.
Yeah, I didn't ask if you'd studied. I'd asked if you've ever experienced combat.
I have sparred extensively with.
Okay, that
several-
answers my question. Just know that to not assume that we can to expect this to be easy. I don't think it's built to be easy. Not what I've seen. The amount of people I've seen killed versus the amount of people that lived. And then I'll describe the creatures I've seen, I guess, that you described.
Yeah.
This is probably going to be one of the more difficult things that we've attempted in our time. However, I have confidence in myself, and possibly you all as well. Once I will make that decision after we've started, and I can properly assess. In the meantime, it's gotten very quiet.
Oliver, that was a great start to a motivational speech.
This heavy sigh.
I think we can stick to the landing a little more in the future, but the start was, I was like, whoa, oh my goodness.
Thank you. I'm gonna just study the prestidigitation scroll.
Yeah, looking over it, it's a simple spell scroll. It talks about how the spell is verbal and somatic in order to cast. There's a small inscription for the words that are needed in order to cast the spell. Would you like to give it a try?
I don't want to use the scroll, but
Fair
I would
enough.
like to try to cast the spell.
Okay, so you put the scroll away and just sort of focus on the words. Give me an Arcana check with disadvantage.
All right. Here we go. Natural 1.
Amazing. You say the words and hold out your hand, pointing it at you're doing a simple thing. You just have the library book out in front of you. You just want to turn a page, right? That's all you want to do. Cast a small little gust of wind. Nothing.
I'll try again tomorrow. And I open the basic theory book back up and continue studying that.
All right. Is there anything else we wanted to do at the library?
Oh, No, I'm sorry. I thought we had already made it to the tavern.
Oh, you're fine. We can fast forward to the tavern.
Music change, and I was like, "Oh, that must be the tavern."
You're good.
I had a work text that caught me by surprise. Sorry about that.
Oh, you're fine.
Oh, I honestly assumed you were in character just reading, and that I was trying to interrupt you from reading. So that's why I played into it.
Also, what I thought was happening.
Truly, Brett is a very good bit.
Yeah.
We'll edit this part out in post.
I will do no such thing.
For the bit.
Oh goodness.
I have a question. Is
Yeah.
before we go into the tavern, maybe a good time, and if this is
To
something
take a
that we're going
break,
to be able
to
to
take a
do,
bathroom break? Yes,
Take a bathroom
absolutely.
break?
Let's take a quick
Wonderful.
5. We'll be back at 9:55. How's that sound?
Gorgeous.
Love it.
Thank you,
Thank you.
Five.
Thank you, Five.
Yeah.
Time has passed. You find yourself over in front of the Golden Truffle, this very lavish and luxurious inn. There's a bouncer outside the front. You see him sitting there with his arms crossed, sitting at a chair. As you four walk up, he sort of puts a hand up and says, "It's 1 silver to enter."
We were told to come here by, what was his name?
We're friends with the owner's son.
Dalphie.
You see him sort of like whisper to another person next to him, who then like runs inside, and you see the guy's just staring at you, staring daggers at you, and then the guy comes back out and whispers something, gives a nod, and says, "All right." And he opens up a little rope gate and lets you in. When you step inside, it's like walking into a this is like a Vegas club, right? There's light, there's color, there's all these chairs and booths are made of like ornate gold filigree.
Oh, it's my nightmare. Got it.
It's a lot. It is very much a lot. Let's see here.
This is not what I was expecting the place
Oh, this is
to
the
be.
coolest place I've ever been. This is so exciting.
As you step inside, you can see that there's a large stage in the background where there's a band who's strumming along to a lute, playing some music. And as you walk in, you hear, "There they are!" And Salfir comes walking up to the four of you and says, "Good news, I spoke to my father. He said that he's going to be able to put you up in a room tonight for free. Said it'll take a little bit out of my cut, but that's all right. Y'all can have it. It's completely fine. On the house."
A
That's
room.
so nice.
Yes, there's a couple beds, but there might be some splitsies with it, but you all can decide there. I mean, it's better than sleeping on the ground. And if you want some food, you could speak with the barkeep over there. Or if you sit down, a waiter should be by soon. I have to go mingle with friends. I'll be back in a bit. Okay, bye. And he wanders off, and you see him sort of raise his hands and shout at a crowd of people who all raise their tankards at him as he goes and sits down with them. Seems like he's joined up with a more rowdy crew.
I hate that guy.
He should not be consuming alcohol this evening. He's got to defend both his life and ours come tomorrow morning.
Oh, we just use him to defend ours. Sorry, did I say that out loud?
You definitely did.
Do you all sit
I
down
don't think
someplace?
that's a viable strategy.
Yeah, I think we start looking
yeah.
for a place to sit.
Okay. You walk over and you find an open booth. Sitting down. It's a booth sort of slightly away from a lot of the more rowdy folks here at this tavern. Looking up, you can see that there's a second level over top of the bar. You take some stairs up and you can see where the rooms are at. Salfir left you with a room key that is labeled 207. And he's at this point completely gone. When you sit down, a waiter comes by and asks if anyone would be dining or just enjoying some drink tonight.
I will have a glass of milk.
Glass of milk? Yep, of course. And the rest of you?
Xeris, what are you gonna get?
Was muted. I mean, I'll take. What's the best drink you got?
Oh, well, the best drink that we have some a finest bottle of. We just got a new shipment in of Silver Sun mead. Would you like some of that?
Sure, that sounds great.
Silver Sun mead. Would you like the bottle or would you like a glass?
Just a glass is fine.
Okay.
I'll
and the
have a
rest of-
glass too.
2 Silver Suns.
I want one too.
3 Silver Suns and a glass of milk. Wonderful. I'll be back.
Didn't we just discuss the danger of consuming alcohol the night before defending your life?
No, Oliver, you said that and no one responded.
That is a correct statement.
Well, so was what I said.
But I'm not.
I believe you.
we're
No
not-
one's going to get drunk.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I've never
One-
even had mead before, so it probably won't even make me feel anything.
We will all drink in moderation and be responsible for each other. And if anyone is hungover on the battlefield tomorrow, maybe that will give them more motivation.
SpongeBob voice 2 hours.
The waiter returns, bringing the glasses over to everybody. He puts each glass in front of each person and slides a big, tall glass of milk for the big boy over in the corner. He says, "If you need anything else, give me a shout." And he walks off, and you see him go to another table.
I bet he's so underpaid compared to what the owner makes.
That is probably the case, yes.
Should we cheers?
Yes.
No. Yes.
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 We are going to. Okay, so
Pepper
you
and I.
have to do the
Okay.
toast stuff because you said this.
To the Felguard.
To the Felguard.
Felguard.
Fellguard.
Short and simple. Very good.
I need the 3 mead drinkers to give me a Constitution saving throw.
Oops.
13.
13,
Well,
12.
5.
Yo, that shit is strong. It hits you almost immediately. All 3 of you feel it. Zeros, you feel it very quick. Almost like this sort of floaty feeling that's sort of come over you. And you start to feel your inhibitions come out, your guard being let down ever so slightly as you consume more. Do we plan on drinking more over the course of the night?
No. No. I'm not.
I was just gonna have the one.
Okay.
Yeah, probably just the one.
I'm gonna try to surreptitiously go to the bar and order more.
Okay.
Just one more if I can, and I'm gonna try to maybe sneak over there and like do it really quickly.
Pepper scampers over to the bar, winding through the crowd of people. Zeros, Foxy, and Oliver, what do you 3 do while you're at the table?
I'm gonna
I'm
finish
just-
my glass of milk and then go to bed.
I'm just sipping quietly, I think.
I think I'm also just sipping quietly, and I think I'd be like, so, where are you from, Zeros?
Oh, I'm from here. Dawnspire.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
What's that like?
I mean, it's fine. It's not. What do you like specifically? Like,
I
it's
mean,
a city.
I've never. This is my first time in the city, so I
Oh, okay.
you know,
Well,
I grew up in a village, so this is a whole.
It's bigger.
lot.
Yeah. It's a lot bigger. Yeah.
Have you ever left?
I mean, I wasn't originally from here, but but most of my
Where are
life,
you from,
yes,
then?
it's been.
Is it like a secret?
Do you remember, or are you trying to hide it?
I do.
Okay.
I do remember. I got it.
He's acting, Jordan.
It's hard to tell. He's so good. I can't tell when he's not acting.
Thank you, Jordan. You don't have to tell me that because I know I'm not great. Thanks. No. It's just not important.
Okay. I think I'd like notice that there's something weird there, but I'm like, I'll get it out eventually. And I think the only reason that she asked is because of the meat. Like, she would not have asked otherwise. So she's like, I'm gonna change the subject now. What about you, Oliver? Where are you from?
I am originally from a small farming village outside of Autumn Hall. I have spent the last several years living in Autumn Hall, studying at Autumn Hall University. Go.
What did you study?
Caw-caw.
Oh my god, please do that all the time. Every time you mention Autumn Hall. Oh my god. Caw-caw. What did you study?
My undergraduate and my master's degree are both in single combat. I trained in the dwarven techniques of spearcraft, and with a minor in swordsmanship. I also took some occasional other classes along the way.
So
I'd like to consider myself a student of life, or a life.
I love Oliver so much with every fiber of my being.
I'd like to consider myself a lifelong student. That was the sentence I was looking for.
I am so glad I'm on your team. I'm so glad I'm on your team. Are you gonna? Tomorrow will you help teach us some stuff?
Yes, I imagine that I can provide a small amount of intelligent assistance.
Are you good at like offense at all, like defending, blocking, preventing?
My strongest strengths are in a combination of the spear and the shield, using one to complement the other.
Good. Yeah, because I feel like until I'm really good at combat, I'm probably gonna need to really use the shield. So.
Oh no, you can't have my shield.
Oh, I'm in my own. But do we get shields? Are they gonna give us shields?
You could have.
Not unless you bought one.
I didn't have any. I didn't have enough money. I bought a bow.
It's okay.
I didn't know I
I'm pretty
was
sure
supposed to buy a
Salfir will be our shield, so that's.
It's a really good point. He'll make a much better shield than he will teammate. That's for sure.
There are also.
I'll drink to that.
Yeah, cheers.
On that note, we transition over to Pepper, who has just arrived at the bar after working their way through the crowd. Pepper, you see in front of you a large dwarf who is up at the bar serving drinks to some of the patrons. You catch his eye and he lumbers over to you and says, "What can I get you?"
The juice thing. Another one of that.
Juice thing. What kind of juice?
I don't know. It was really sweet, and I was like, "Wow, this doesn't taste like anything." And then it's like hits you all at once, and you're like, "Whoa!" You know that one?
Do you remember what the notes were?
It wasn't milk.
Not milk.
Mm-hmm.
Got it. One step closer.
Yeah.
All right, let me see what I've got. He goes over and you see him grab a couple bottles and he brings like 3 bottles over and clinks them down. All right, we have the Dragon's Breath, we have the Silver Sun Mead, we have the, this is just a little fire-aged whiskey. And this one right here is a special brew. This is the Hummingbird Stout.
What do you drink?
What do I drink?
Yeah, what do you like to drink?
Well, my personal favorite is a nice big mug of ale, primarily. Yeah, I'm not fancy.
Oh. No, it's classics. There's nothing wrong with the classics.
No, if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Exactly. That's what I always say. I'm always saying this.
So, what can I get you?
I just like point at her in a bottle. Is that?
Roll me a d4.
Okay. is a 2.
2. All right, it's the Silver Sun mead. Look at that.
Hey, look at that.
He hands the bottle, pours a drink for you, and slides it over. Says, "Do you have a tab?"
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah. Name?
Pepper.
Nope. Yep. Right here. See him add it to it, and says, "All right, you're good to go. You need anything else? Just give me a shout."
Much. Okay, I slam that shit in front of him.
Con check. Give me one.
All right.
Constitution saving throw.
Hey, that's a 16, baby.
Okay, it's hearty. You feel it instantly, but it's not kicking you on your ass.
Okay.
You are handling it fairly well for now, but it might sneak up on you later on.
All right.
Are you heading back to your chair?
Yeah, I'm gonna stroll. I'm people watching.
Okay. Sort of wander, taking note of everything. You see the bard who is playing up on the stage has a large tankard in front of them. You see someone go and drop a little copper piece in there and move along. Jumping back to the table. What are you all up to?
I probably have I've started describing the defensive techniques used in two-sword fighting, and it's like really like verbose, and it's like assuming a lot of foreknowledge, trying to explain it to Voxy.
I'm just rolling my eyes and ignoring everything out of his mouth.
And then you use the hilt of the 4-piece, and you stop there, and then you swing to position number 3 on the underside with your left hand, and it creates a sort of triangular effect that really throws the enemy off of his target.
Wow. But that's really cool.
The waiter stops by and hands, placing down on the table, 3 more Silverson meads and another glass of milk, and says, "Compliments of that gentleman right there." And he gestures over, and you see Salfier give you a wave.
Thanks, Salfier! That's all I got.
Are you okay?
These are just really good.
Well, remember.
Have you guys ever had mead before? This is good.
No, but
Yeah.
we did discuss earlier about if not abstaining entirely from alcohol
Right.
this evening of drinking in moderation.
Right. 2 is like still such a low number though.
Foxy, give
very
me a
true.
Constitution saving throw.
Okay.
Zeros, have you had yours as well?
I'm sipping it. I don't know
Okay.
if I want to drink the whole thing.
I got 16.
16? Okay, you're feeling
Yeah.
kind of similar to Pepper. You're feeling the effects of it, but it's not kicking your ass quite yet.
Yeah. I'm having a great time.
At this point, Pepper, you return back to the table.
Pepper!
And you find
Hi!
a new glass sitting in front of you.
Oh my gosh.
Hi!
Hi.
We were just talking about, not you, we were talking about,
Oh, then I don't care if it wasn't about me. I'm just kidding. What were you talking about?
we were actually talking about Oliver and all that he learned at the school. I don't remember the name.
He'll
Autumn
probably
Hall-
tell us. Yep, there it
Autumn Hall
is.
University.
Autumn Hall University.
Autumn Hall University.
Yeah. Did you know that they're the Hawks?
Right, the Gray Hawks.
Gray Hawks.
I indicate to my shoulder piece on my armor. It's got the symbol of the Gray Hawk.
Cool. So, like, Oliver,
Yes.
what made you want to go to school?
I didn't want to be a stonemason.
Oh, is that what what you were going to be? Like, before that?
Yes, it was either going to be go to the university, become a stonemason, or become a poor man, beggar person living in the street.
I think you made
This is-
the right choice.
a good choice.
You know, I left home because I didn't want to make chili for my whole life.
Make chili?
Mm-hmm. So I grew up in Wintermeyer, and I don't know if you've ever heard of the Penguin's Pride Inn. That's me, so that's my family. And we have like world famous chili, right? And it's super good. But that's kind of the whole family business a little bit. And it was just kind of like assumed. It was like, oh, Pepper, you will probably also one day make this. And I was like, that's spicy. I don't like it. And then I left.
That sounds familiar.
You make chili too?
As you take a big old glug of milk.
I had a similar experience, except instead of making chili, it was becoming a stonemason.
These are very two similar things.
My brothers, Valentine and Proteus, they are my father's pride and joy. I do not have the same flair for mortar mixing.
But you are our pride and joy now.
I am.
Yes.
Yes.
Are you only saying that because I offered to use a healer's kit to try and save your life should you become downed in battle?
Oh, Oliver, you brought me so much joy before that.
I did.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Okay.
I start sipping my mead too fast.
Give me a Constitution saving throw.
Okay. That is an 18.
Beautiful. The effects of the alcohol are definitely getting to you. But you are, I would not say that you are sloppy. You are handling your composure very well.
Yeah.
If someone were to look at you, they would not say, that person's drunk right now.
Okay.
But you are feeling it.
Sure.
What's our least best friend doing right now? What's Salfir doing?
Salfir has moved on from the table he was at, and you see him go over to the bar. He pushes some gold across the bar and then sort of taps on it, and turns back to you all, sees that you are looking over at him, and he's going to wander in your direction.
Great.
I'm gonna look at Xeros and then like look over and look at Xeros and look over and kind of be like, he's coming.
Selfie!
Salfir walks over and says, how are we doing?
Doing great. The meat here, so good.
Right? The Silversons know how to make good mead, okay? I can assure you of that. So I'm going to head up to bed. You have your room key, yes? All right, wonderful. I will see you all bright and early tomorrow. Remember, 11 a.m. tomorrow at the Coliseum, okay?
Okay.
All right, good night. He goes and he walks upstairs, shaking hands with a couple people on his way up and patting some on the back and sort of like, just sort of generally roughhousing with some people on the way up. And he disappears up the stairs.
I worry that he is not grasping the severity of the situation this evening.
I'm just. Should we all take bets on how fast he's going to die? Sorry, again, speaking out loud. My bad.
No, I
like betting. I don't know how I feel morally about betting on someone's life, but I do like betting.
I don't really believe that you didn't mean to say that out loud.
Can I do a? Can I do like maybe a perception check of like the attitude of what's his name going up the stairs?
Yeah, let's do an insight check.
Insight, that's what I want to do. All right. Oh fuck. Wait. Insight is -1. Fuck yeah, 18.
Okay. As he went up the stairs, he glances back at your table and holds for just a second longer, and then heads up the stairs up towards his room.
That's all I got.
Yeah, that's all you get.
Okay. Do you guys get like a weird, I don't know if an elf would say this, but do you guys get a weird vibe from that guy?
I mean, I think it's pretty clear I hate him.
I know how you feel, Zero.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Do I need to say it? Sorry, Mead's talking.
Yeah.
At this point, Zeros, give me a Constitution saving throw.
Okay.
You've been sipping for a bit.
Yeah. 14.
14. You're feeling it. You are starting to get a little slurred with your words. The room's starting to move around a little bit. It's hard to focus on whenever Pepper, Voxy, or Oliver are speaking.
Okay.
Oliver, do you have any feelings about?
What kind of weapon did he buy?
A glaive.
Glaive?
Yeah.
What's that?
It's a long pole arm with a big blade at the top that's sort of in a curved motion.
Imagine
Like
like
a
a long
scythe?
stick with a machete on the end of it.
That's pretty accurate. Long stick with a
that's
machete.
scary. Okay.
That glaive is a highly advanced weapon and very difficult to use effectively in single combat. They're really
Yeah.
more made for significantly different settings. I'm wondering whether perhaps he didn't understand that he was not making the best choice. And even then, I would be willing to bet he doesn't even know Rankin's first form with that.
Oh
I
my
only got,
god, he
like-
doesn't even know Rankin's first form. He's doomed out
The
there.
glaive forms are very difficult, and I would be hard pressed to believe that he's mastered glaive form number 1. I just
You know, Oliver, I didn't get like half of what you said, but I feel like I get what you mean. And you know, I just get really weird vibes from that guy. And I'm worried because I think about tomorrow's fight and I'm like, okay, well, he's just a rich kid who's trying to get in the Fellguard because, you know, his daddy can buy his way in there, but maybe, you know, he could have afforded the best trainers. So, like, I don't know what to expect out of this guy.
I expect him to die. That's
Okay, so here's the pros and cons of the situation, right? So, you know, maybe, you know, he's terrible and he dies and that's sad. And we move on with our lives. Or maybe, you know, he did have a lot of money and he paid for trainers and that's annoying that he's right about his arrogance, right? But that means it helps us tomorrow because he's on our team. So really there's no lose here. Either he dies or he helps us.
Well, there is also the possibility that his lack of experience could negatively affect our experience.
What do you mean?
Well, we are somewhat placing our safety in this man's hands, both in the fact that he will need to help defend us against the monsters, and also the fact that he's carrying a very large, very sharp object.
I have 2 words. Human shield.
I just don't feel like any of us can pick him up and wield him as a shield. If you guys are strong enough for that, that's amazing. But I personally cannot hold this man.
Pepper, I have a question for you.
Yes.
Can you set people on fire?
Oh, absolutely. I could do it right now if I wanted to. I could burn down this building if I wanted to right now.
Whoa.
That is really good to know. Thank
we have
you
to
very
stay
much.
here tonight.
Yeah,
I wasn't going to. I was just
I don't
thinking
think they're
about
gonna do it tonight. They're not gonna do it tonight. They'll do it tomorrow, maybe.
No.
No, don't do it tomorrow. Don't do it tomorrow.
No, they might lose a son tomorrow. I'm not going to add to their
Oh,
sorrows.
God, that's totally true. Oh my God, my parents might lose their kid.
No, they won't. We got to go back.
Jordan, do we know the room he's staying in?
No, you don't, unfortunately.
Damn it. Okay.
So I didn't see which way he went.
Just went upstairs, over to the inn portion of the tavern.
I wasn't 18. That should have gotten me more than that.
I gave you plenty.
You
All right, guys.
gave us
What
plenty.
Yeah.
What time is it?
It's late. It's at least past 10 p.m., maybe even past 11 p.m. It's hard to tell, obviously. It's, again, very much like a Vegas casino. It's like no lights, or no lights, sorry, no windows, no nothing. It's a very enclosed space. God, my cat.
Well, I think it's time for us to go get some shut-eye.
Absolutely.
I
We're all-
wanted
are
to
we all in
leave
the same
several
room?
minutes ago.
Yes, you guys all have the same room. You all have the same room.
Oliver. Wait, I'm in room 7H. What room are you guys in?
That's wild. Zeros is holding it, and it says 207.
Yeah. 207.
Oh, just kidding. 207. Oh, mine says 207. I read it wrong.
Oh. Where'd you get the H from? Whatever. All right,
Made it up.
let's just go.
Okay.
So you make your way upstairs, going towards going to find room 207. You make your way down a couple halls, around a corner. It's one of those ones where it's like backwards, where the lower number's really far away for some reason, but the high number is right next to where the stairs are. It's stupid. You make your way up, down a couple halls. It's some longer winding hallways as you walk around, and you finally reach the room. And as you do, the busy tavern sounds drown out, and we are back to peaceful music. You open up the door, and you see inside 2 queen-size beds with a couple dressers, a desk, and a couple chests if you wanted to store some of your materials overnight. It's up to you all, sort of the sleeping arrangements and how you all sleep in here.
It's 2 queen-size beds.
Yeah. Typical hotel fare, you know?
Anybody have any preferences?
I mean, I can sleep anywhere, so if I need to take the floor, that's fine.
Pepper?
Well, I was waiting for someone else to offer to take the floor, and then I would go, oh, no, you don't have to. Oh, I guess fine, I'll take the beds. But I can, I will sleep on the floor. It's fine.
But I mean, there's 2 beds, so technically
I
we
don't mind sharing a bed if somebody needs to.
Oh, we can share a bed. That's fine.
Okay.
Usually I'd have at least like 4 cousins roll up into my bed, and I'd be
I was
like,
gonna
this
say-
is definitely not correct. You have your own beds. Why are you all here? And they'd just
I
be
mean,
there.
I'm used to sleeping in the same bed as my older sister, brother, and twin siblings. So like I'm not worried about sharing a bed.
Amazing.
Oliver,
That bed is 3 times the size of the one I slept in at the university. I don't need very much of it. You can take the rest of it.
cool. I'm just gonna collapse.
I'm gonna lay out my bedroll and like roll it up Twizzler style and put it in between us.
Nice. Settle down, laying down into the bed. Out the window, you can see that the night streets of Dawnspire are pretty clear. The arcane crystals that are alight in the street lamps have dimmed down a bit slightly, casting this nice, warm, orangish hue across the city streets. Zeros passes out. Oliver lays down, settles into his little spot. Voxy and Pepper, you two lay down as well. As you lay down to go to sleep, what is going through each of your minds? Zeros, let's start with you.
I guess the feeling that it's happening, like the next thing, like literally the next, because the first thing we're gonna do in the morning is the thing I've been waiting for a very long time for. So I guess part that, and then also like how much I really, really hate Salvia. Because I feel like the mead just makes that fester even more of how annoying and full of shit he is. So yeah, that's where I'm at.
All right, Pepper, what about you?
The mead do be hitting. I think I
do be
roll
hitting.
over away from Voxy, and I'm thinking about why I'm here, and maybe I think some nerves are starting to set in a little bit. And I kind of, I just really quickly, like I have a pouch that's been tied on my waist. And I just kind of like hold it up to me and like cuddle it. And I just whisper into it like, I'm going to make you proud, don't worry. And then I just kind of hold it as I go to sleep.
Okay. Voxy, what about you?
I think she lies awake for a little while, thinking about why she's there, which, of course, is her family, the past, the events of her past that got her there, and thinking about how nervous she is that she won't be able to live up to the expectations of everyone in her family and village. I think she's very nervous. And the mead didn't help because it's wearing off now and she feels very sober and like reality is starting to set in, but eventually the exhaustion will take over and from, you know, the journey and the emotional exhaustion of the day, and she'll finally fall asleep.
Okay. And Oliver, what's going through your head?
There's a dwarven proverb that says that when you have a brother, you both have two shields, and that proverb plays through my head several times as I think to myself that I might be the only one that I trust to. I'm real concerned about the rest of the group. They seem to not be handling. They don't understand how important this is. That one guy's got a big stick. That one girl doesn't know how to use her swords. The edgy one seems more concerned with just filling out some sort of angst against the. Anyway, he's slowly realizing that he thinks his battle plan is formulating from how to slay the monster into I have the responsibility of keeping all these people alive, don't I?
How do I reach these kids?
He's like making adjustments to his personal strategies to try and accommodate for the fact that he feels obligated to protect these people because they clearly can't protect themselves.
Okay.
He goes to sleep, mentally drawing like those football battle tactic charts.
Yeah. Whispering to yourself a couple of sword fighting techniques, just thinking about it, and your eyes slowly close, and you fall asleep. Can I have everyone roll let's just call it a Constitution check. Straight check.
Sorry, remind me what that means.
Just roll a d20 and add your Constitution modifier.
5.
Okay.
11.
Okay.
16.
Got it.
16 as well.
Okay. Pepper, you wake up first, but as you start to shift in the bed, you also wake up Voxy next to you. And you both notice at the same time, the room is scattered. Your bags look to be tossed through all over the ground. Clothes, books, papers. The room has been completely gone through.
I open the pouch that I've been holding to make sure my thing is still in there.
The pouch that you are holding is it's still there.
What's it got?
I look for my bow.
Your bow is gone.
Fuck!
Holy shit. I wake up the others. Hey guys,
Xeris.
hey guys, we got robbed.
How did we not hear this happen? I'm just mad at myself. I'm not mad, I'm just impressed.
I'd like to just take stock of which of my things are missing.
Pretty much everything
Yeah.
that you purchased at the Curious Forge is missing, including the spear that you just purchased.
And we're not drunk anymore, right?
No, I mean, some of you are slightly hungover, but Oliver's
Can I
completely
do
sober.
I guess whatever to do to scan the figure out, like,
Yeah, give me an investigation check.
yeah.
Can I help?
Absolutely.
Nobody touch
So
anything.
Oliver is giving you the help action 0, so that means that you get to roll with advantage. So roll twice
Okay,
and
good,
take the
'cause
higher number.
That was horrible. Sweet, 20.
Okay, is it a nat 20 or is it a dirty 20?
It's it's a nat 20, but so technically 22.
Okay. So looking around the room, I mean, it's very clear what happened. Someone had access to your room. Someone opened it up and took your things. Someone who clearly knew what you had of value. Someone who knew exactly where to look.
Okay, just so everybody knows, I'm not just saying this because
what
of
you're gonna
previous
say.
things I've said, but I'm almost 100% certain I know who did this. Even
You're
if he didn't hire somebody to do it, he did it himself. He's too horrible to probably have done it himself, so he probably hired someone to do
I
it.
just hope Kurok wasn't in on this as well. He seems so nice.
Sure. The question is it was anyone else robbed too? Is everyone, or is it just us?
Well,
Can I look? I guess can I try to see any sort of breaking and entering footprints of some kind? Can I track? Is there anything I can track?
No footprints on the floor. It's just a wooden floor. And it looks like the door has not been broken.
Okay.
Can I look around for some clues?
Yeah, what are you looking for? Just how do you want to study the room, I should say?
I don't know how to. What do you mean?
Are you looking for something else that would be visible in here that Zeros has missed because he rolled pretty high?
Yeah, I think I'd be looking at anything he could have missed, anything that my elf eyes could have seen.
Okay, give me
I don't know.
let's do a survival check.
Oh, 16 plus survival. 17.
Okay. So, a couple things stand out to you. Number one, windows are not broken, meaning no one came in. You walk over to them and jimmy them, they are locked. It doesn't seem like anyone came in through there. Number two, you go over to the door and you open, or you jiggle the handle, and the handle does not move. It seems like the door is currently locked.
Guys, the doors and windows are still locked. How could
They had a key.
They had a key. Yeah.
they locked behind them?
Probably a master key or something. Can I burn the building down now?
That isn't the worst idea.
I do like that idea, but maybe let's wait because our stuff might still be in here.
Oh, that is true. That is true.
So, I mean,
How
if
many?
it was,
This place is big, right? Like, there's not a whole lot of. There's.
Oh yeah, no, it's a very, very large inn. A very, very large, like think of it like, embassy suites type hotel kind of thing, right?
I'm just gonna go out in the hallway and just start.
You walk up to the
Perusing.
door and the door does not move.
what are you doing?
Well, that's interesting.
Just open the door.
Oh, can I Can I blow down the door, please? Can
Wait,
I
the
please
door
blow
won't
down the
open?
door?
The door's it's stuck.
You guys,
I don't know what's going.
you guys, can you
Unlock
please blow
the
down
door
the
with
door?
your key.
You could try unlocking it.
I did. It's just not budging. There's something behind it, I think.
Okay, well
Guys, I
let somebody
just
who's
have-
actually strong try it, and I'll try and push it. But
Mhm.
Hey, Oliver.
Yes.
You just took a second to glance out the window. It is daylight. It's morning. Judging by where the sun is, it's probably about 10 a.m.
Oh shit!
Oh,
They want us
fuck.
to be late.
I charge the door.
Okay, give me a athletics check.
All right.
Come on, Oliver.
Oh,
Come
Oliver, mess
on!
up. I
I
really
got
want
it
to blow it
cocked.
down.
I got too many dice.
That was a really satisfying sound.
7.
7. He runs into the door. You hear this like clattering as all the metal and the hinges and everything sort of creak for a second, then he falls down onto the ground,
Oh
wind
no!
knocked
Every
out of
other
him.
option has failed. Can I please Eldritch Blast this door?
You can certainly try. Give me an attack.
It's force damage, so I
Go
feel
ahead.
like it would.
It absolutely is force damage.
work.
Give me an attack roll against the door.
All right. Oh man, a 17.
17 hits, roll damage.
Okay, I'm not gonna use my fire damage because I would like to not actually burn down this
That's
establishment
fair.
at this time.
That's fair.
Oh.
At this time.
At this time. Fuck is it? Where the hell is a D10? Excuse me? There you are. Little son of a bitch. 8.
8 points of damage. All right. What does your Eldritch Blast look like?
So it's you see Pepper's eyes that are usually like a more translucent kind of like pinkish goldish kind of color go like neon in color and it like stems almost from like their chest like through their arms, this like kind of like flame like kind of light moves through and comes out in this arc of like pink and orange and like very like cute if it was not a full fucking blast of magic coming your way.
Okay. So you take your hands and you breathe down, and as you breathe down, something in your chest begins to glow. Everyone takes a step back away from you. As you grab your hands and as you pull them apart slowly, this small little mote of energy expands in your palms before you let it loose. And when you let it loose, it blasts into the door. There's an explosion of sparks and dust as you look forward and see a perfectly sized hole sticking right in the center of the door. You cut immediately through it and into the wall across the hall. It's big enough that you would be able to stick probably your head and a shoulder through if you wanted, but not enough to get all the way
I
through.
can keep going until we get a full-size body.
Is there any indication of? You said it felt like there was something on the other side of the door. Can we see what that was?
Yeah, sure. So Oliver, you peek your head through the door and you can see that there is on the other side a large piece of like wood has been jutted up underneath the door handle. With enough sort of jimming, you might be able to free it.
I'd like to do that.
Okay, go ahead.
I'd like to. I would. Let me try first.
Okay, give me a sleight of hand check.
Okay. That's not gonna be great. An 8.
8. Okay. You try to reach for it, but you're just a little bit too far away from the doorknob itself.
What's going on, Oliver?
Well, Pepper is going to continue blasting now, and I step out of the way.
What?
He's saying, I do it again.
All right, roll a hit.
I like how I was trying to. It's fine.
You can
Like, no, sit down.
do it.
I don't know what he did, so I can't tell him that I can do it better than him. But it's fine.
Oh boy. 16.
16 hits, roll damage.
All right. Another 8.
All right, where are you aiming?
I'm trying to aim for where I believe, like where Oliver was reaching, so like where
Okay.
the knob would be.
Okay, easy. You do that same motion, that glowing in your chest before you bring your palms forward. There's that blast into the door as the doorknob itself goes flying off and slams into the wall across the hallway again. And then the door opens up and the little block of wood that was holding up the doorknob falls down to the ground, splintering into pieces. Looking into the hallway, you can see a couple of patrons in the hotel are like looking into the room. What are you guys doing?
Grabbing our
what are you all
shit and
doing?
running.
Yeah.
All right, grab your shit, pack it all up, and you start sprinting out of the room. You make your way downstairs and head towards the front of the hotel, making your way out into the streets. Yeah, what's up, Voxy?
Do we see Broseph anywhere?
You don't see Salfir anywhere.
Oh no, he's
Okay.
for sure already at the. He's
You're running out of time.
Just thought I'd check.
yeah.
At this point, it's probably about 10:15.
All right, we need a bolt.
All right, so I'm gonna need everybody to give me, we're gonna call it dexterity checks. This is gonna see if you're able to keep up as you're running.
12.
12, all right.
14.
Boys got a nat 1.
Amazing.
That is a 10.
Okay, so Zeros and Voxy, you two take off and start running, sort of leaning into your the inner classes of you, the rogue and the ranger, making your way out into the streets. Zeros, you know the streets very, very well. You know that in order to get to the Coliseum within the next 45 minutes, you're gonna really have to book it. You turn back behind you and you immediately see Oliver flip over a cart as he just careens into it. Pepper, sprinting just after him, trips over the carts, the cabbages that were inside the cart. You see a man look at him and go, "My vegetables!
My cabbages!
Pepper, you and Oliver get to your feet and you start running after. Zeros and Voxy are very far ahead from you. Go ahead and give me another dexterity check.
All of us?
Just Pepper and Oliver.
Okay.
Ooh, 18.
Oh, beautiful.
14.
All right, so you're able to start sprinting as fast as you can. This time, following Zeros, you start weaving in between the streets. You take a left on an alleyway, and you see in front of you there is a large wall sitting right up in front of you. Zeros looks up at it, and you can see that at the top of this wall there's a bit of a slant, as if it's a staircase. You start sprinting, Zeros, and go ahead and give me an acrobatics check.
Okay. Motherfuck. Oh wait, no, that's better than that. Okay. 14.
14. Okay, easy. You scale up this wall. There's a couple handholds that you've used before, and you make it to the top of this staircase, and you see that this is a staircase that goes between the tiers. This is going to take you up to the next tier where the Coliseum is. Pepper, Voxy, and Oliver, I need you all to give me acrobatics checks to follow.
9.
11.
10.
All right, you all get up there, and as you're climbing, it takes a bit of time. You are slowed down dramatically by this. A couple times you slip and fall, and you get up to the stairs. Okay. No. Zeros takes off running up the stairs. Now at this point, Voxy, Pepper, and Oliver are just behind him. You all make your way up to the next tier and turn right, heading towards. In the distance, you can see the Coliseum. Do any of you have a watch, like an actual pocket watch on you?
If it exists, I would probably have one.
Zeros, you might, seeing as your
I don't-
mentor.
Oh, true. Yes. That's
So
a
let's
good-
assume you
yeah.
have one. Go ahead and add it to your inventory. Taking out your
Okay.
watch as you're running, you can see that your paths and slowing down have cost you a bit of time. You still have about 10 minutes to get to the Coliseum.
I'm gonna take the fastest, best route I can muster, I guess.
Okay,
I don't know
so
if there's anything else to do. Besides
everyone's
go.
starting to follow Zeros. I need everyone to give me another dexterity check, this time with advantage, as he is providing the help action.
Oh, do you not me?
Not you, Zeros. You know where you're going now.
Okay.
13.
13.
21.
Beautiful.
15.
15. Everyone is following close behind Zeros. Now that you've all sort of formed this party with Zeros at the lead, you all are sprinting through these streets and making it very, very close. You can now see in the distance the Colosseum. You run up and you can see the doorway on the side, but then you see a large crowd in front of you that is milling into the Colosseum, getting ready for the event. In order to fight through this crowd, I'm going to need at least one of you to give me a Dexterity saving throw. Who would like to do it?
I have.
We're fighting through a crowd.
My Dexterity
You're
saving
sort
throw
of like
is
taking the
+4.
path of least
I have
resistance through the crowd.
+5.
Okay, mine's +4. So
I have. That's a 20.
20. All right. So Voxy grabs onto Zeros and points, and you can see a thinner part of the crowd as she takes off and starts weaving through people. Pepper, Oliver, and Zeros are close behind them as you all sprint through this crowd of people. You finally make it up to a gate, huffing and puffing, where a guard is sitting right at the front. Zeros, you check your watch, and you can see the time is clicking. It is now 10:55. The guard looks up and goes, team name.
101C.
Says you were already checked in.
That's not true.
All right. Names?
Zeros Greylock.
Mm-hmm. You?
Foxy, Rain.
All right.
Oliver Shakestaff.
Okay.
Pepper, Feist.
All right. Well, I've got your names here, but you know what? Go on and see if you can speak with one of the arena masters and see if you can get this sorted. It says that you're already checked in, but I've got your names on here, so if you are who you say you are, you're good to go.
Thank you.
Thank you.
He lets you through. You go through a couple crowds of people who are milling about inside. Couple teams are starting to look nervous. And you see a familiar face. A man who has on his back now a glaive, a longbow, and next to him is an orc who is carrying a spear and a short sword. Or in a rapier, excuse me.
Can I sneak up behind him?
Give me a stealth check with disadvantage. It's going to be hard to sneak up.
Okay.
Pepper set him on fire.
Oh, you just wait and see what I got.
I rolled the same thing both times. I always forget the line for 6 and 9. Which one's which? Is it on the bottom?
It's
or
on the
top?
bottom.
It's on the bottom.
Yeah.
Okay. Would you say stealth?
Yeah.
9, 10, 11, 12, 15.
Okay.
Because my stealth is great. So even when I roll bad,
as you walk up, you get a bit quieter and slink down and start weaving inside the crowd, walking towards Salfir, and you can hear him say, "No, I don't know. I guess they just didn't show up. It's all right. Me and Kurok, we've got this. Don't worry." And you are now right behind him.
knife to his throat.
Oh my god!
Okay, so you whip him around. Are you grabbing him from
No,
behind?
I'm not gonna slit his throat.
No, I understand.
I'm just going to.
Are you going up behind him?
Yes.
Okay, so you grab him and pull him back. He is surprised, and the crowd basically pulls back in a sort of motion. Salfir looks over and goes, oh. Zeros, good. You made it. Awesome. We were just keeping track of all your things.
I think you should give those things back.
Yes, of course. Of course.
And I'm gonna like pull it tighter, and I think you owe us an apology.
Sorry. Should have woken you up sooner. Sorry, I thought you had already left.
Tighter.
I'm gonna come
sorry.
around.
Yeah, because that's the only thing that you did, right?
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah, that's it.
I'm gonna go up in front because he's behind him. I'm gonna go up in front.
I'm not letting go of this asshole.
Okay. Okay, you step in
And I
front
go
of
up
him.
in front, and I get in his face and I say, "How did you get that? How I pull my sword out. How did you get How did you get into our rooms?
Oh, that owns the place. It had a master key in it.
Why did you steal our stuff?
expensive. I thought it might be useful. Thought that if me and Kulrok went in by ourselves, we could make a better name for ourselves.
Question: while she's distracting him, can I pick his pockets?
Sure. Give me sleight of hand with disadvantage.
Okay.
It's gonna be hard to do this without him noticing.
Jordan, while this is going
Yeah.
on, can I have been somewhere else?
Sure. Where are you going?
I'm gonna go find one of the grandmasters, whatever they were talking about, like one of the people in charge.
Yeah,
the
absolutely.
other guy was
So
talking
there's
about.
a guild knight who
Yeah.
are in the Colosseum.
Ruin this.
They see you come up and they say, "Can I help you?"
Hi, my name is Pepper Feist. I'm with group 101C. Yes, I think so. To sure.
All right.
Okay. So here's the thing. Me and 4 of my teammates were offered by 2 of our other teammates to stay at an inn that one of his dad owns. Yeah. And then they stole our stuff in the middle of the night, and then they locked us into the room that can be verified by 3 of our other team members.
Okay.
And he's currently wearing all of our stuff on his back right now. So as you can verify, we bought at the smithy yesterday with our coupons. So the shop owner there would be able to verify that information. Also, I'm pretty sure he can't do magic, and he has a spell scroll. So I think that right there is like, should be enough. But I
Right.
can give you more information if you want me to. I just think it's very dishonest, and that no one who breaks laws like that and does that to others should be considered for the Felguard.
So, would you like me to detain him?
Yes, I want you to be. I mean, don't like execute them.
We're not going to execute him.
Oh, dang it. I'm kidding. Don't worry about this.
If we detain him, he will not be on your team for the fight. Are you okay with this?
Oh, I think he's useless.
Fair enough. Show me him.
Okay. Oh, also his friend too. Pretty sure he was complicit.
Okay. You'll lose 2 of your teammates, but you'll be able to go ahead.
Well, actually, wait. I'll talk to him and figure it out.
Understood.
But
Just
maybe.
remember, in this, they're not technically members of the guild, meaning I don't really have the ability to enforce too many laws. I can kick them out, but you'll
just
lose
kick
their...
him out. Just kick him out. He doesn't deserve a chance. You know
All
what
right.
I mean?
Yes, I
He can
understand.
go sit on daddy's money or something. You know.
Of course. He
Cool.
goes over and talks to a friend, another guild knight who walks over, and you see them go over towards Xeros, Voxy, Oliver, and Salfir and Kurok. He says, "So, which one of you is the troublemaker? I think I can guess." And Salfir says, "No, we'll fine. Everything's fine. Can you please let go?"
I'm gonna. Well, one, I rolled an 11. You never
Oh, gotcha.
followed up
Sorry.
on
Let me double check that. He does not notice. What are you looking for?
His money.
Okay, you reach in his pocket. You find a small bag. It contains 5 silver pieces.
Okay, I'm gonna steal his money.
Okay, sure, absolutely. Well, this has happened while Pepper is speaking with the guild knight.
Yeah,
I'll say.
that's right. I see the knight. I'm just gonna slowly lower my dagger and put it away.
Okay.
I don't want to. Yeah.
So the
Now return
guild
to
knight.
us what is ours.
The guild knight says, "Did you take things that didn't belong to you?" And Salfir goes, "Yeah, I did." Says, "And you're going to return it?" He goes, "I will." All right, get to it. I don't have all day. He takes off the bow, hands it over to you, Voxy. He takes the rapier from Korok and hands it to you, Xeros. And he hands the spear over to you, Oliver.
We just had a small misunderstanding of tactics.
I know. I'm sorry.
I think our compatriot now understands that his new tactic will be to hide and to not get in our way. Because if anything should happen to him, there will be no help coming. He understands that he is out of his element. And that he will stay out of the way.
So you want him to go into the ring with you?
He wants to go.
I want to go. I'll stay out of the way. You win. I'm sorry.
Do you even know how to use a glaive?
A what?
I'm gonna.
What's a glaive?
I'm gonna.
I
Give
see.
the-
I think if we kick him out, we're saving his life. Quite honestly,
You.
We all know my opinion.
I do know your opinion.
I mean, is there really much benefit in saving this guy's life?
Hold on, Zalfi, come here. I put my hands on his face. Zalfi, look at me. This is dumb shit. And I think probably just gauging from your character, you do a lot of dumb shit. And I'm going to say this to you right now, that I think you're the worst, and I think you suck as a human being. And I am kind of sorry I didn't burn your dad's inn down, but also, don't worry about it. You do have to pay property damages, though. That's not on me. Here's the thing. I think if you go into that ring, you will die. And I say this not as like an intimidation tactic. I say this as someone who just doesn't want to see someone else die on my watch. You know what I mean? So I just think that it's better for you and your friend who had potential in this life and you really just dragged down with you. I think maybe you should just call this one.
He looks over at Kurak, who looks back and just goes, "They make point."
Korak, I knew I liked you.
Let's go. I'm tired.
Oh, wait. I'm gonna grab my scroll, or like a little scrap of parchment, and I'm gonna quickly scribble Basic Pole Arm Techniques Volume 1 by Hallister Rankin, and just like go to the library.
You hand it to him. He sort of looks completely defeated, entirely deflated as he leaves, and you see the Night walk with him and Kurak as they exit the space. Everybody around you sort of is staring at you confused. No one has willingly sent away another participant from their own team. You hear a loudspeaker in the space spark up with arcane energy, and you hear a voice that goes, "Team 101, please proceed to the arena." And you hear your names, and you take a couple steps forward, and you see a large hallway. And as you step through the hallway, you see a couple of people sitting about in the on these benches along the side. You see that same group that we saw way earlier in the flash forward. You make your way to the elevator, you get on it as you raise up, and you see a large gate that raises up in front of you, and you see a man standing at the front of this gate who says, "All right, well, good luck. Don't die. It's hard work cleaning up the corpses from the field. You're missing two then, eh?"
We'll be okay.
"Yeah, you four look like you can handle yourselves." He grabs a lever. The gate opens up, and looking out into the field, you can see this large swath of sand and dirt covered with brown patches of dried blood. The far end, you can hear a large crowd of people. The arena builds up with energy. Builds up with energy. There we go. You'd think it would. Arena builds up with energy.
Oh no, they're missing their cue.
They are. They're
Audience.
completely messing it up. It's all right. As you walk out into the field, the far gate starts to open. And coming out onto the field, you see these 5 skittering creatures moving so fast, almost a blur, just as they walk up. And you can see now, standing in front of you are 5 massive wolf spiders. They look out towards you, and they start chittering, their fangs moving. One of them looks over and goes, as you all sort of stare at it. Everyone reaches over and starts brandishing a weapon. Voxy, you pull your bow, notching an arrow, pulling it back. Zeros, you pull out your rapier. Pepper, you raise your hands, fire alights, and Oliver, you grab your spear and your shield and raise it over top of each other. You then all leap forward, same time as the spiders in a formation of a flying V, and then we hard cut to, boom, the Felguard. And that is where we are going to end our prologue.